Ruined my intro. What's up, chat? How are we holding up here? Going for a classic with the Skyrim music. Let's get the chat here up on screen. I am bald. I've been bald for years. Anyone hyped for Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty? I'm more so just interested that they release the video so that I can say that Cyberpunk is officially an option. Does the event start in 30 or 90 minutes? I think it's 90 minutes. I think I wanted to have 90 minutes to chat with the chat. Also, the character's leaning. He's leaning. Let me fix this. Was he a seesawing? I need consolation from my Pat chat that it's not problematic to say spirit animal. Oh, I can totally imagine that there's some moron out there that's like, you're appropriating from the Native Americans. You can have it. You can have that in Dreamcatchers while you're at it and fucking rain dances. I won't be too offended. So, chat, listen, I'm seesawing here because I've got hands now. Different software. And different software has a different definition of what a spine is. You can see me drink. Now we're really hitting that immersion. What is Summerfest? Summer Games Fest is like a thing that Jeff Keighley's putting on to kind of replace E3. I think it's an admirable attempt. I think he's doing a good job so far putting it all together. Let's see how it pulls out. Guys, I'm almost real. Listen, I can do if it recognizes my hand. Can I do it? I need to see what it sees. It can't figure out where my hand is. I think it's because of my window. Can it do this one? It can recognize this one. Software's buggy as soon as I go live, of course. Maybe it's because of the microphone. I remember chat being surprised that the VTuber models had legs. That was pretty weird. E3 stream? No, E3 died. E3 died. Oh. There it goes. I've been trying to flip you off here for a second. I can't at people on mobile. It's annoying. YouTube's being weird with their mobile chat. I need to train an unarmored. I'm more of a medium armor guy. Where were you when E3 died? When did they announce that E3 was dead? That's a good question. Can you whip? No. I think what's happening is there's like a ton of light coming in from the window and it's messing with the tracking. Much money do I need to donate until you make a video and start shilling for Knights of the Old Republic? I don't take requests, so You'd just be throwing money away at that point. I love when non-native dudes tell native people how they should feel. Listen, I didn't grow up on the reservation. Okay? So I don't have a horse in this proverbial race. I just think it's stupid. Did a half marathon on a treadmill while watching your Morrowind video. Did most of Skyrim's problems stem from the engine? Shout out. Did most of Skyrim's problems stem from the engine? I think it's an overstated issue that Bethesda's engine can't handle it. It's actually not that uncommon for engines to be decades old at this point. That's really not the problem. The problem is, do you have the staff to maintain an engine for that long? Studios that don't often have to rely on your Unreals and stuff, if they aren't prepared to handle that. All right, we're bringing Mr. Sessions on. Here, I'm gonna... Hello. I'm gonna set this as front, and then that way, stop leaning so drastically. Your new avatar steps into Uncanny Valley territory, makes me uneasy. Oh, well, then, chat. I've got good news. We have more options that aren't anime girls.
Fuck is going outside my window right now?
Did you open your blinds and see that, like, the sky is yellow? I'm pretty sure...
No, that was yesterday.
Didn't New York...
Towed.
Didn't New York get hit with the Blade Runner filter?
Yeah, so, coming to you live from inside a smoke cloud right now. Actually, it's not too bad today. Yesterday. Oh, boy.
The arms are a little fucked on this one. Yeah, that can't be fixed. There's something wrong with the Master Chief model where you'll never see it in-game because of the way they animate it, but if you raise your arm, if you raise Master Chief's arm, you can see the armpit, like, juts out. It's a thing. Make sure you bob your head constantly for the RVB aesthetic. Ugh, God. I'm trying to do it, and it's already annoying. Models with helmets / no face look pretty good. I agree. The person who made this for me gave me some options. So we've got transparent helmet visor, where you can see the fucking Morrowind head model in the Halo CE Spartan model. Tell me, chat. Something wrong with this? I'm getting based and cursed. And then it goes further.
Oh wait, we gotta get some hearts in chat.
Guys, it goes further.
What is this?
What?
I don't know if you have it in your chat, but in my chat, there's like a thing where you can just like spam emotes.
Oh, yeah, that's some... Are you on mobile?
No, I'm on desktop.
No, they probably rolled out some feature to you that they haven't rolled out to me yet.
Yeah. There
are 0 non-cursed things in the Patrician stream. It is true. Wait, he's bald? Of course I'm bald. I've always been bald.
It's true.
Since the Morrowind video, at least. Not that funny, cool, and based, but still good. How about this one? This is even worse because I think there's like 8 years. There's like 8 years between these two models.
Whose armor configuration is that?
This is the I asked for the rookie.
Ah, okay.
So we have the helmeted version as well.
Oh, I can see this. I'm watching the stream.
Delphine and Enclave armor win. That's actually a good question. Can we? I should ask him if he can make Delphine with the Enclave stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that you can rip that stuff from Fallout 76 through the CK. Does the ODST have any articulation? Oh yeah, he's got like full finger tracking. This one might be able to flip you guys off. Yeah, you could try anyways. Turn sessions up like 35%. Oh right, classic issue. Hang on. Discord needs to go on different audio channel.
The rookie died in a book?
You didn't know that?
No.
What kind of Halo hater are you that you didn't know that the rookie died in a book?
Fucking hell. Well, it's okay. Anything past Halo Reach is fan fiction anyway, confirmed, so.
Confirmed fan fiction. It's true. I think I need to turn you up on Discord too. Alright, say something.
Something?
Oh no, you blew out the audience there. Sorry, chat. 343 moment. I've always been a proponent of the theory that 343 killed the rookie because they were jealous of ODST's success.
Mickey was either the one that killed him or deserted because of it. Oh my god.
I think Mickey became an insurrectionist and like played a part in killing him.
Oh,
don't you?
God.
Yeah, don't you love that?
Don't you remember the rivalry the rookie and Mickey had in ODST? He was just staring daggers at you the whole fucking time.
Such a famous rivalry that I think they never said anything to each other. ODST wasn't 343. No, ODST was like Bungie core.
Yeah, that was
Bungie
peak
maxing.
Bungie, in my opinion.
Peak Bungie. Can Americans stop pretending that the Halo series was ever good? Was it an American thing? Did Halo not make it to Europe?
Mass Effect was my favorite series. Am I working on the long cut still? I don't know if I'm gonna do a long cut at this point. I kind of want to do another Mass Effect 1 video, to be perfectly honest.
Don't fall into the trap of remaking your old videos.
I know. That's kind of what's holding me back. I do Mass Effect Andromeda first, though. That thing needs to get put to bed. I was talking to my friend the other day, and we were talking about Mass Effect 1, and there's a lot of shit that I have to say about that.
Pat,
game,
did you talk about the Marathon Tarkov thing? We mentioned it on Private Sessions stream. We didn't talk about it because I don't know what there is to talk about.
It sounded so absurd that I literally thought people were making that up until I woke up the next day, checked my phone, started reading news, and realized it was real. And
like if
I
we
literally
get bored,
closed my phone after I saw that.
If we get bored, we might watch the Dragon's Dogma trailer. High Elf waifu, please. I don't have the anime girls loaded right now because I had to delete all the VTuber models to test all these new ones out. So maybe in the future I'll bring them back. When are we going to get a not-so-quick Fallout 4 retrospective? Probably never. Fallout 4 would have to happen after Fallout 3 in New Vegas. And Fallout 3 in New Vegas... I don't know, man. I guess I haven't really talked about this with the Patrician chat. Talking about this over with the Private Sessions crowd. Fallout 3 fans are sort of like a slightly less obnoxious version of Fallout 76 fans. And Fallout 76 fans are bad. So they'll die on the hill. Like, the second you criticize the game, which is going to be out the gate, because, let's be honest, Fallout 3's problems start at the beginning. Like, before the game starts, Fallout 3 has problems. But Fallout New Vegas fans have no sense of humor. And so making a New Vegas video wouldn't be very fun either. And this gets said every time. There's always somebody in the chat who says, what more is there to say? People said that before the Skyrim video was made. People said that before the Oblivion video was made. It gets said every fucking time. What more is there to say?
Well, for people looking for a Fallout 4 video, I think Kretosis is actually going to be doing he has like a large project planned for that, so.
I think he's remaking his past video on Fallout 4.
Oh, is that what that was? He
Yeah.
did a Fallout 4 video?
I think there's going to be new stuff in it, but I'm pretty sure it's a remake.
Oh, okay. He's doing the value trap, too.
Well, he doesn't have your problem, which is project scope bloat.
Listen.
Where's the City Skylines video?
I'm going through footage right now.
Is it a
It's
quick...
going it's going quickly, actually.
Went from quick one and done to hour-long project.
Yeah.
So if Starfield flops, what happens to Bethesda? So I don't think Starfield can flop.
No.
There's still enough Bethesda goodwill because Bethesda fans, dare I say Bethesda thrones, Bethesda fans are, they like Fallout 4, right? Fallout 76 is a black mark, but here's how they mental gymnastics their way around Fallout 76 being a black mark. They'll say, actually, the entire game was made by Bethesda Austin. Not a single person from the Maryland team worked on Fallout 76. They'll lie about that. So they'll say, Bethesda's been working on Starfield since Fallout 4 came out. Even though that's not true in the slightest. Because they made 76 and Shelter and Blades and they did all these games. And there were people from Maryland who did that. So from the Bethesda fans' perspective, the last thing that Bethesda did was Fallout 4. And they like Fallout 4. So when a game flops, usually you've got like a few titles behind that to back that up. Like let's say Halo 5 flopped, right? I think. I'm pretty sure that game did disastrously. At least compared to expectations. Halo 5 didn't flop in a vacuum. Halo 5's failure is informed by Halo 4. Halo 4 had to be a disappointing game for Halo 5 to shit the bed. And so, what'll have to happen is Starfield will have to suck a lot. Like, enough to make Bethesda fans go, I don't know about this one. And then their next game will be the first game that could actually flop.
Yeah, it's like toppling a vending machine. You don't do it in one push. You got to kind of teeter it. It takes like 3 or 4 pushes before it falls over.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate.
I mean, it also depends on the on how successful the studio has been and stuff too. You know, it's like if the studio's only done 2 games and the second game flops, that could be GG. But
yeah, that's a good point to mention. Last Jedi was successful. Solo, the next movie that was made, bore the brunt of the response to Last Jedi. So Solo flopped, even though it was a better movie than Last Jedi because they already bought their Last Jedi tickets and then responded poorly. Or, well, probably pirated it, but, you know. It still made a ton of money. No, Halo 4 sold gangbusters. Halo 5, on the other hand, I don't know. It can't have sold as well as Halo 4.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it did sell.
It was an Xbox One title for one. That's a huge red flag right there.
It's a shame we can't get like actual sales figures. I wonder what the budget on that game was.
Surprised you put it with Bethesda since Oblivion, but it's nice to have articulated critique for their game since then. Here's the thing. Oblivion, for what it is, I don't hate it. I doubt I'll ever play it again, but I don't hate Oblivion. I think that it's, if you said, you know, My favorite Tez game was Oblivion. I don't hate you. I understand why you like it. My downhill trajectory started with Skyrim, and that was in part because I hadn't played Fallout 3 until after Skyrim. Because when I was a kid, I didn't even know that they were made by the same company.
Hold on. What the fuck is this article that I'm reading? So, first thing it says is Halo 5's budget was $160 million and it made $400 million. Then the second thing it says is Halo 5 Guardians was the first Halo 343 made after Bungie left. I think I can just toss out what I'm reading here.
Yeah. The model looks fine on my end. In the stream I'm seeing.
And apparently the campaign had a bunch of content that was cut. Well, it sure felt like that, so that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's probably true.
Upon release in 2015, the game sold 6 million copies in just 3 months after the game's release. The final sales chart in 2016 showed that Microsoft earned around 400 million since the game's release.
When did Summer Game Fest start? Their stream for it starts in 40 minutes, but I don't think it's actually set to start for another hour.
They got this info from USA Today.
Halo 5 had the edgy dude that was mad at Chief, right? Do we say that Spartan Locke was edgy? He's not edgy, he's just kind of boring. Because 343's direction with the Spartan 4s was that they were just sort of like, they were Call of Duty characters. They're not really edgy. They're boring. Fucking, you can't say that he's edgy and then in the same series have a guy who's carved a fucking skull in his helmet.
Where did they get this info from?
What's your favorite Halo helmet? The ODST one. But I'm a big old ODST fan, so.
Mine's Mark 6. I'm a basic bitch.
Basic bitch. Halo 2 or 3?
Halo 2's.
Real basic bitch. Gun to your head, name the best COD campaign. I don't know, Black Ops?
Yeah, I'd say Black Ops 1. Just because of its absurd twists and
Did
shit.
any 343 games have an ODST in it? Okay, there's a but here. But, Halo 4 killed ODSTs. Like, straight up, just knocked them out of existence. And, replaced them with Spartan 4s. So that pissed off the ODST fans. And it pissed off the Spartan fans because ODSTs got replaced with what everybody agreed was a subpar product. And the Spartans got replaced also with what everybody agreed was a subpar product. Because the Spartan fans, like, they love the aesthetic of, like, they've been raised since kids to be these cold killing machines, blah, 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 right? So, like, it's the worst. Spartan 4s are the worst of both worlds. But technically, they're supposed to be the ODSTs of the 343 games. Here's the but. Spartan 4's fucking bombed. There's this mode that people like to forget that I'm kind of writing about right now called Spartan Ops that came out with Halo 4. And it failed. Spectacularly. And it was supposed to bridge the gap between Halo 4 and Halo 5's narratives. And it was supposed to, like, really introduce this new generation of the way that they were going to do it. Because they were fishing for the Call of Duty, honest, let's be real. And so Halo 5 came, and they had to kind of course correct. And here, interesting little tidbit here. So there's this character that's in Spartan Ops. I don't remember his name, but did you watch the Spartan Ops episodes?
Yeah.
You know the guy that gets kidnapped?
Dr. Glassman?
No, the Spartan.
Was that Thorn?
I think his name's Thorn, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
he touches the thing and he gets teleported.
he was actually supposed to be in Halo 5 on whatever that team's name was, Osiris or whatever.
Yeah.
So he was supposed to be on that team, but the actor, yes, there was a actor scheduling conflict because it was a mocapped actor. So like it wasn't that he couldn't provide the voice, he literally just couldn't make the recording sessions for his mocap. So they had to replace him in Halo 5, and they replaced him with Buck from ODST. So there is an ODST in the 343 era. It's Buck, and it's because a actor from Spartan Ops decided that he was too good for it. No, but scheduling conflicts. Jul Mdama is killed in the first mission of Halo 5 after never even showing up in Halo 4's campaign, just Spartan Ops. Jul Mdama is not a character, okay? He was a loose plot point that I think they wanted to wrap up on because they knew, like, Spartan Ops failed. They had to get that out of the way.
I'm just... So, BioWare recasted Mordin Solis's voice actor for Mass Effect 3. But they couldn't be bothered for 343 couldn't be bothered to recast Thorn, who nobody fucking knew even existed, right? So they assassinate another character instead, a beloved character.
Yeah, they shoehorn in Nathan Fillion.
Oh God, you know what it is too. They were like, "Oh, you know, we lost this actor, but you know it would be even better, Nathan Fillion. He's always up for something here. We'll headline this shit, you know, great." And it's funny too because he really does carry that. As terrible as the writing is for his character, he's at least the most tolerable.
He made a little time between Destiny and working with Bungie to oh yeah, I'll show up for your little Halo 5 campaign. If 343 gets new management, is it at all feasible that they retcon the Halo 4 and 5 stuff? They kind of soft retconned it anyways with Infinite. As I understand it, effectively anything that had to do with the Infinity and Osiris got shoved in the memory hole. So Locke, that Spartan Locke who everybody hated, dies off screen. I mean, we don't know if he died, but his helmet's in like the possession of some brute as like a vanity piece. So like they pretty much said, we killed this fucker off screen. I'm pretty sure like the part of the plot is like the Infinity gets destroyed.
Yeah.
Like I was reading some stuff about Palmer, and they're like, oh yeah, and then Lasky and Palmer were engaged in a final stand where they got wiped out or something. And like the story has nothing to do with anything that happened in the prior games.
Man, they I mean, good on them for basically torching all of that, but damn, that's pretty vicious.
Yeah. Is Arbiter still alive? I wasn't Arbiter in Halo 5. I think he is.
Yes, he is.
.343 has a bad habit of getting rid of everything that people didn't like instead of fixing it. Yeah, they kind of just torch their own stuff that the fans hate. They took a very serious try at making it work with Halo 5, and it like got worse for them after that. So it's not surprising that they would just torch it all.
Apparently, there's a log in Infinite that says Lasky, Palmer, and Halsey escaped. Damn. Couldn't get them all.
Crimson Watchers.
You know what? I'm glad Palmer survived though. She was a character, all right, and on those comms in Spartan Ops. Let me tell you.
Right about that too. Sorry, chat, for anybody that isn't a Halo fan that has to put up with this. We are watching Summer Games Fest later, but right now it's just kind of hang out. So Summer Games Fest. If you actually go to their website, they have like this little banner that shows you like all the companies that are involved, and they got together quite the squad for this little presentation that they're planning on doing. Most everybody in the industry is not showing up. Well, no, they are showing up to this one, and those that aren't got made fun of. Sony.
Yeah.
Actually, there's PlayStation's icon right there, so they might have something. But PlayStation wanted to like preempt the news and do their own event, and people made fun of them for like marathon extraction shooter.
Yeah, and the thing is like, if you're gonna preemptively jump ahead of everybody else, you should have something that's actually worth announcing. See, because like if they did that, if they had their show during this event, I feel like it would have just been, everybody would have been like, yeah, it was all right, I guess. But because like they were the only ones out there right out of the gate.
What's your thoughts on Halo Infinite? My thought is, if it ever goes for like $15, me and Private Sessions, we're going to get it and do a run through of that campaign. Because you know what? I'm a sucker for weird open world games. Weird, unnecessarily open world games. So Halo Infinite is actually kind of up my alley as like you know what? I'm down to see what's in this game because it sounds so bad it's good.
I just want to mess with the grappling hook. That actually looks kind of fun.
Yeah, like I want to run around an open world and like go around with a grappling hook. And I know it's going to be terrible, but that's why we bought it on sale.
No, I've heard that the grappling hook mechanics were actually pretty good. So
there's already some broadcasts going on. Listen, Mr. Keeley said 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There might be something going on, but it's probably at the pre-show.
Yeah, and anything that's in the pre-show is going to be in the real show. If it's not, then it's not even worth looking at.
Jeff Keighley's at least competent enough to know, like, there's a 2-hour block where, and they did rehearsals for this stuff, so they're making sure that it's going to be 2 hours of the cross-industry showcase that he wants to do. I want to see what's in it. I don't care about any of the other stuff. Like fucking Asmongold has a showcase on the 10th. I don't need that.
No, I still want to know who approved that.
But listen, hang on. I'm gonna take a picture just to show you.
If you're
oh no, I just noticed something about it too. Hang on. Okay, chat. This is the image that they put up for Asmongold's little showcase here. All right, so there's a few key things that I want to note here. And it's not the girl's midriff, okay? So my man Pepe has made it onto the big stage. Which, you know, good for him. Good for him. He came a long way. He has a bit of a racist past, but it's good to see that he's still finding work. If you've noticed that the background colors are blue and yellow, you've noticed the other thing that I just now picked up on with this little icon here. Yeah, a few people in chat are pointing out that it's a Ukrainian flag. I mean, I don't know if it's the right order. It could be upside down, but... Is that the infamous hate symbol, Pepe the Frog? It is indeed the infamous hate symbol, Pepe the Frog on his shoulder.
The one Donald Trump used during his campaign.
Listen, I'm not one of those people that hates Mr. Asmongold, but I don't know if I would put him on a live kind of performance, even though he is a Twitch streamer. I don't think.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm wondering. It's like, what brand would want Asmongold's like representing them?
Well, you know, he's huge. He's huge, and he has a big normie audience, but
still, it's like there's other streamers you can go for. I don't know. Maybe I'm not the marketing genius here. I'm not getting paid 6 figures to figure out which streamers are appropriate. But I'm just looking at his picture in that, and it's like, yeah, he doesn't look nearly as torn down as he usually looks on his streams.
What's wrong with the Ukrainian flag? Listen, I've gotten no horse in the race of whatever the fuck's going on in Ukraine. I just think if they intentionally put the Ukrainian flag there, a little bit political for what this show is. This show's been like, The press conference looks non-political so far. Let's find out how many, like, pride flags get shown, but...
I think it was just an accident.
Oh, yeah.
That color
colors...
scheme is very it's very striking and it catches the eye. So
these colors go well together. That is true, but I feel like at the same time, some visual designer out there is like, I'm gonna slip in this, and it's gonna be big activism for Ukraine. Do we have a pride flag counter? You probably want that for like the Ubisoft show. But on the 11th, they're doing Xbox Games Showcase and Starfield, which I think on the main page, I think Starfield is literally the only game that is by name. Everything else, like every other game, gets to eat shit and like be part of some spotlight. But like Starfield, like that's the big thing that's at Summer Games Fest. I think it gets like 30 minutes of Microsoft's show.
Remember, you gotta bring an extra pair of pants, apparently, because you're gonna piss yourself.
Oh my god, you fucking... You fucking took my joke there. I was gonna be like, so, chat, I hope you all have our underwear for when we piss and shit and cum our pants at the Starfield presentation.
I just want to know, does the press kit... I know you didn't get a press kit for that show, but did it come with adult diapers?
Does it come with a warning so that the streamer knows when to be on the toilet? Like, what the what was that? What was that statement?
I think it's like some game journalist or something, or some like industry insiders. Like, it's going to be such a great show. You're going to want to bring an extra pair of pants. And, you know,
I think he outright said extra pair of underwear.
So, underwear, whatever. Same shit.
Do you think Todd's deal with the Shadow Court expires if he leaves Bethesda? Oh, definitely. There's got to be some clause that prevents him from just exploiting his immortality. I hope they announce a Fallout 76 expansion just to see private patent sessions die on screen. Fallout 76 is not... Like, okay. Did you mention it in the video? I didn't mention it in the video. Fallout 76 isn't being maintained by Bethesda Austin anymore. So it's not even in the hands of the B team.
Yeah.
They found a C team to hand the game off to. And that's why the recent updates have sucked such shit. And the game is like live hemorrhaging audience. I think it's down like 75% just from when we played.
Let's see. Steam charts. It's been a couple weeks since I've looked at this. What is their average weekly player count at now? Oof, that's a lot of red. Oof, oh no. Oh no, we're down to 5,000.
Yeah. What was it when we were playing? It was like, looks like it was like 8,000. Okay, so it's not 75%, but like, the game is not doing well.
Okay, let's see. We were playing...
Bethesda Game Studios Austin, the creators of 2 failed/canceled games, was too good. Yeah, no, they've moved Bethesda Austin on, and now... Didn't you say it was like the Rust team?
The console port of Rust. This is a company in the UK, and they like specialize in handling like ports and things like that. Okay, so when we were playing, the average player count was around like 14,000.
That sounds right.
And now it is
like 6,000.
Around 6.
Okay, I was gonna say I was pretty sure it was like a 5-figure number, but it's definitely not just lost players from when we played, but like,
No, when we were playing, it was already on the downturn.
Like, so if they don't announce anything 76 related at the Xbox Games Showcase, that game might die this year. But I don't know if they've got a team that could put together an expansion. They might do like a trailer for like some event that they're going to do.
No, there's not. If there was something, they would have announced it at this point.
What's a potential, like, what's some kind of fucking nostalgia that they haven't exploited yet? I don't think they even have a team that could make like a story expansion or even the expeditions.
They haven't done Point Lookout.
Fallout
Like
76
that.
hasn't even had a roadmap for this year. I thought, didn't they do like at least the scoreboards that they were going to do
Yeah.
this
They have
year?
like a community thing, but
There's no actual roadmap.
Like, there's no like legitimate roadmap. The first time in the history of this game, there is no official roadmap.
Yeah, I mean, Fallout 76 fans are delusional in the sense that they think that their game's not dying because they read a news article that said there's millions of players. Meanwhile, and mind you, this is not a thing where like, oh no, they're just all switching to Game Pass. These Fallout 76 fans that always played on Steam, they're going to Game Pass now. No.
Well, Game Pass is on PC, so
They literally gave away the game on Humble Bundle, and it's still like this. Actually, that's a good question. Does the Humble Bundle key give you... Does Game... I don't fucking have Game Pass. Does Game Pass have keys?
you know, I have no idea how it actually works.
Yeah, I didn't try to redeem my free copy of Fallout 76.
Because they need to have a way to be able to take the games away when you stop paying for it, right?
Can you buy games on Game Pass? No, this one has Deathloop.
Oh, man.
So I now own Deathloop.
I like how there was an article recently that came out that said the reason Redfall was made was because back in like 2017, 2018, ZeniMax was pushing their studios to make more microtransactions and like basically live service games so that they can inflate their valuation for a Microsoft buyout.
No,
which is literally exactly what I said in my video.
It's a Steam key. They gave this shit away on the February Humble Bundle with Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous on Steam, and they still lost players.
Damn.
That's how bad Fallout 76 is hemorrhaging players. They fucking gave the game away for free. And with free Fallout First. Oh, no, wait. It's Fallout 1. Oh, hang on. I gotta redeem Fallout 1. Yeah, so Game Pass, or Humble Bundle actually had a good bundle where they gave away a game that people wanted. And tacked on to that, Fallout 76 didn't even get to be the headline game of the Humble Bundle. It got passed over by Pathfinder. So it's like the secondary title on Humble Bundle, and it still didn't get an increase in players. But Ghostwire is on there for June. So I guess I have Ghostwire now. Alright, here we go. It's listing April. April has... Oh yeah, it had Death Stranding, which I already own. But I didn't finish playing because I did a thing where there was a vote. Oh sweet, Operation Tango. Is it fuck, why would they put Operation Tango on there? It's a co-op game. There was a vote that was going to be should I, and I asked this during the Oblivion premiere, do I play Red Dead Redemption 2 or Death Stranding? And Red Dead 2 won the vote.
Have you played Death Stranding yet?
I played like 2 hours of Death Stranding. I actually liked it, but I think
I have it. I think I have it for free. Yeah, I got it for free from the Epic Games Store. It was one of their free games for like 24 hours.
I was liking it. But you know, I'm a sucker for stupid experimental shit. There's a game that does the well, it has NPCs, but it has a lot. Like, it still has less than you'd expect for a Kojimbo production. Do you think you'll ever do a video on monetization / microtransactions in games? I feel like they really stifle creativity and opportunities for great game mechanics and systems. I don't think I'd do a video about microtransactions in general, but
yeah.
Yeah, if I cover another live service game, you're going to see more talking about, like, if I ever do GTA Online, you're going to hear a lot about the microtransactions in that game, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's one of those topics where a dedicated video at first glance sounds like a good idea, but then you realize that it will basically devolve into just like a complete
Also,
rant. That's a topic best saved for like talking about it in isolation when you're talking about the games themselves, like Creation Club and Fallout 76's whole thing.
for the person who asked, yes, we did see people wearing skins. There was this skin for power armor called Black Midnight that came out while we played, and like the day it came out, we saw a ton of people wearing it at like public events.
Yeah, that was the one that we saw in Earl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, how much does that armor cost? It was like 12 bucks or something like that.
I thought it was $20.
Was it 20? Oh my god.
Yeah, I think it was $20.
I remember 15, but I rounded down to 12 just to be safe. If it's 20, I'm gonna need those fucking adult diapers if it's 20.
Listen, microtransactions are okay as long as they're cosmetic.
Cosmetic, yes.
I hate that argument so much because it's like the gateway to more predatory microtransaction systems. Like I look at what's going on with Diablo 4, I'm pretty sure that's just Indigo, Diablo 4 microtransactions, just paid cosmetics or more. But if it's just paid cosmetics, I feel like they're gonna add in more as time goes on.
Well, I said it in my 76 video. I don't even like paid cosmetics because back in the day, what people wore actually meant something. And I use the example of RuneScape. It was like if you saw somebody with like a party hat and stuff, unless they bought that stuff from a bot farmer, that meant something and it was actually impressive. Nowadays, if something looks cool, it's because they paid money for it. And it's just like completely saps, especially like a multiplayer environment where like status and stuff can actually kind of mean something.
Diablo 4 is paid cosmetics, battle pass, and extra stash storage.
Fun.
Yeah, it's gonna have more.
Yeah, I think I'll just play Grim Dawn if I want to play a action looter type game like that.
Yeah, I've got a ton of recommendations for better expenditures of your time, but Diablo 4 does look good. I'll say that.
The combat does look pretty fun. But...
I've been getting like screenshots of the art style and seeing some of the gameplay, and it's like, it's such a shame that Blizzard is running this game because it looks like a good game.
Yeah, they have like verticality and stuff. I was not expecting you to be able to like climb and stuff. So it looks like it would be pretty interesting. But yeah, one, I'd have to install Battle.net, which absolutely not. And two, it's Blizzard, and I don't want to give Blizzard any money anymore. So
I don't know how truthful Diablo 4's player count is or hype is. What's your opinion? My opinion is that I've seen a lot of people play it, so that kind of tells me that it probably does have a pretty high player count. It's kind of a return to form for a series that a lot of people like, and they gave it away with graphics cards. Because, like, I own Diablo 4. I got it free with my GPU, so...
Well, I think they said it was, like, the fastest-selling game in Blizzard history, so...
Yeah, so, like, Blizzard could be lying, but they could also be, like, telling the truth.
I doubt they're lying right now when they have the SEC and, like, all these regulatory companies breathing down their neck.
That is probably true.
They're probably telling the truth there. I can believe it.
I haven't heard anybody talk about it, though. I think we're just now at the point where it's been long enough that somebody could do an actual review that isn't just, like, first impressions.
Of Diablo 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that. Well, because you had, like, the whole beta. See, it's like, I feel like this game's been out for months now because they had the whole beta and everything like that, so...
I think it's the graphics card sales are included in that. Ugh, am I being fucking counted as somebody that Diablo 4 was sold to? Look, it was free with the graphics card. I didn't pay $70 extra for the graphics card so I could have Diablo 4.
It's actually that's a good game to get free. I fucking got Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Dude, it's better than fucking the Avengers. And I think I got like the second new Tomb Raider game.
Yeah.
Diablo 3 was the fastest selling PC game at the time, but they also gave it for free with an annual WoW subscription. 10 million or so WoW players at that time. Yeah, if there's any company that I think knows how to play with the numbers so that they're not technically wrong, but they are definitely inflating them, that's probably it. I think Bethesda lies. They're definitely lying about Fallout 76.
The numbers only keep increasing, you know, as long as you consider it new players.
I feel like if you are under the umbrella of a publicly traded company and you sell a live service game, you should be obligated by the SEC to report your player counts.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a
Yeah.
good kind of regulation to have.
I know I would want to know that as an investor.
Todd Howard is a liar. Dude, Todd Howard doesn't give a shit about Fallout 76. How come anytime the words Bethesda and lying get said, people assume it's Todd Howard? Everybody at Bethesda lies. It's a whole company of liars. It's not just Mr. Howard.
Yeah.
I liked you guys when you weren't so cynical. I'm not a fan of this new style of Patrician TV.
Have you ever actually gotten that?
Elder Scrolls Online. Okay, no, like, not only have I gotten it, there was a comment on my video that said, I really miss the tone that you had with Skyrim Act 1. I think that Act 2 is just so cynical. And I'm like, dude, is someone nostalgic for part 1 of a video when both parts came out on the same day? You're nostalgic about something that came out 9 hours before this one. Like, what the fuck?
Man, I miss the tone that you had in your Fury videos. It's just been all downhill since then.
Why don't you talk about things that you like?
When's the ODST video coming out?
When is the ODST video coming out?
See, what you need after playing Fallout 76 is a palette cleanser video. You know, I'm doing City Skylines.
Did you finally beat the star on Furier? I beat the star on Furier in the video. Like, what the fuck? I think I say that in the last part, that like, oh yeah, since the last thing, I finally beat him. 7 minutes. Your ODST video will be longer than the game. Probably true.
Well, it depends how much time you spend playing,
Playing Lasso.
or, I was gonna say, Firefight. Where are you watching this?
I'm watching it on the Game Awards channel. I'll send you a link.
Okay.
It's not gonna be a watch together, and since I'm an official co-streamer, oh yeah, I probably should have said this sooner. Technically, I should be on the list that like I can actually show the fucking stream and not just a slideshow and quiet audio.
Technically, we'll see how much licensed music they play during these trailers. It's usually what gets you.
Yeah. Be holding down the volume slider. Let's see. Oh, that might have missed something. Nope. Nope. Okay. Say something.
Say something?
Okay.
Okay, Summer Games Fest 2023 live today with Mortal Kombat 1, Fortnite Wilds official live stream. Oh god, if that's what they're headlining with.
Yeah, they've been bragging about how they've got a new season of Fortnite that they're going to be showing everybody.
Oh boy.
Season 4, episode 3 of Fortnite.
How long is this supposed to be?
I think it's 2 hours. Sorry for the late message. I believe Halo 5 made more money than Halo 3 with just rec packs alone. Yeah, but that's not sales. And investors care about sales. That is kind of the thing. That's why Hi-Fi Rush has gone back and forth multiple times on whether or not it was successful. Because it doesn't have like traditional sales figures numbers that can be used. You
They're
guys should
going.
totally play Skyrim together. Why? I hear it's broken as fuck. You can't really do quests together, so it would just be us running Skyrim, like
Oh, nice.
Skyrim
Fallout
dungeons together.
76 again.
Hey, why don't we play a good co-op game together?
Like Morrowind.
Investors care about revenue stream. Yes, that's why rec packs are in Halo Infinite. What's the best way to play TES 3MP? What to do together? I mean, like, the best part of TES 3MP is that you can split up a lot of like synergy stuff. So you can have a person that is high personality and the other person can just dump that stat. Or like one person who can open locks and what have you. Morrowind, like, because Morrowind is like designed to be a single player game, so like you can do everything with one character, and so like there's not really a point to split up those kinds of obligations, but it still works. Anybody else seen that OpenMW devs have been loading Skyrim assets in their engine? They have some pending merge requests related to it right now. Yeah, I mean, because you can do it. It's compatible. Can two players join different houses in Morrowind multiplayer if the server is configured correctly? Yes. You have to play. So there are settings that you have to play with. By default, quest stages are shared between every player. So like everybody's the Nerevarine if just one person does the quest. But there are also settings that set it to per player journal staging. When are we getting back to Morrowind?
That's a good question.
Because I'm wanting to subject you to Blood Moon at level 1.
I just make it set a time and a date.
Bold predictions for Summer Games Fest. Bloodborne 2, GTA 6 trailer, and more. I feel like that's just throwing shit at the wall at that point. And then there will be a new Mass Effect game, and there will be a new BioShock game.
Well, GTA 6 is almost confirmed. They Take-Two and they never do E3. They like to make their own news. Like with that leak.
Didn't they show stuff at the Game Awards?
Did they?
I thought they showed GTA stuff at Game Awards.
I want to know if Obsidian's going to show anything. Place your bets. If Obsidian is here, is it going to be Avowed, or is it going to be Outer Worlds 2?
Well, they've got multiple teams, so they do multiple things at the same time.
Yeah,
they're not.
So,
I don't think so. Like anything Microsoft, take it off the table. They've got their own thing.
Right.
So
my bad. I always forget. I always forget that Obsidian's now Microsoft owned.
And like we know Mortal Kombat, the new one, Alan Wake 2, Fortnite. Apparently there's going to be a Samsung monitor.
Oh god.
Redfall 2. There will be a GTA 6 and a new Mass Effect and Minecraft 2, and my parents will stop fighting and my brother will come home. We were talking about Pillars of Eternity 2 being a thing because the company making it is listed. I don't know if it's going to be in today's live stream or if it's going to be on the PC gaming show though.
Wait, Pillars of Eternity 2?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that already a thing? That's the Obsidian game, right?
Pillars of Eternity 1's the Obsidian game, isn't it? Pillars 3?
3, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
okay. I was confused there for a second.
Well, blame the chatter who was asking about it.
Path of Exile 2. See, that's what I was thinking maybe you were confusing it with or something.
Okay. Whatever. Be that as it may.
They're both of them are, their anagram is Poe, so.
Yeah. All right, we're waiting, Jeff. We're
Damn,
waiting, Jeff.
Later than me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing a stream. Tyranny 2, please don't. Please don't get my hopes up.
Oh no, it's the new thumbnail that I put in there. It's encroaching. Oh, I was gonna mention, Twitter sucks, but the community notes are hilarious. Yeah, see what I'm saying? They're starting with this little like countdown that they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Nothing new. So we get to talk about Twitter, gang.
Can we go back to...
So was anything shown off in the Dragon's Dogma trailer? I see a blurry thumbnail. Did it got age restricted? This looks like a trailer that does indeed indicate that Dragon's Dogma 2 exists. Okay. Doesn't look like there's much to talk about. Walmart brand Khajiit were shown.
Climb...
Can you still climb the dragon?
Yeah, you can still do that. They still have pawns and stuff. You know, that's basically all you're going to get out of it.
Hmm. Hang on, I think I gotta restart my browser. Never a good sign. Because either the trailer is silent or something's messed up.
Do you think Bethesda will show anything related to the next Elder Scrolls game? No, they don't want to steal thunder from Starfield. And there's probably nothing to show anyways.
I wonder why this is happening. This is rather curious. There she is. All right, I can turn this up in OBS. The Skyrim music is just barely there. And there's Dragon's Dogma 2. Okay, audio's playing. Back to Summer Games Fest. Oh no, generic boilerplate music. Well, for the next 30 minutes. When Skywind and Skyblivion come out, will you do long form videos on that? What? No. Listen, there's two ways it can go. Skyblivion is either it's Oblivion, but it's Skyrim, in which case you've already seen the fucking video. Take the Oblivion story and the Skyrim gameplay and just combine that together. Boom. Okay? Now, if it changes stuff, I still don't think it would get a long form video, because I would just say, well, it changes things, and I don't know really how I feel about the way what it changes or what have you. But I don't feel that either project merits a long form look.
At least in the case of Skyblivion, I haven't followed anything else. Story, all that stuff is remaining the same. All the quests and stuff are remaining the same. Really, it's just the map that's changing. They're redesigning a lot, like all the dungeons and stuff like that.
No, please, 1-to-1 port the Oblivion dungeons, so that
they're actually. So funny thing is that they are actually working on a 1-to-1 port as well.
So like, there's gonna be an option of like, this is your purest mode, and your. I don't listen. I'll be honest with you. Never understood the point. Oblivion is completely playable.
Yeah. No, I agree. I don't really see the point in it. But
imagine if all that effort and dev time was put into an original game, and then it doesn't sell any copies.
Yeah, nobody would play it.
Like, literally the only thing it's got going for it is that people are nostalgic about those games. The only way it would be worth a video is if it would be a cataclysmic failure like Fallout the Frontier. But see, what makes Fallout the Frontier special is that it was doing new things in the sense of, you know, it had weird foot fetish stuff and
and vehicles.
Discord kittens.
And a crazy plot that sends you to outer space.
But yeah, I don't think I'm doing any more test stuff for a while. There's plenty of games out there that I'd rather do instead. I feel like there's a lack of FPS fantasy games. That's why Avowed is so interesting. I want to pray to the Lord, please, God, do not put the Outer World sense of humor into Avowed. Thank you. Amen.
No. I can already answer that question for you.
Obsidian makes games where they don't have that sense of humor, right?
Not anymore. Those people are all gone.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I don't know. Maybe the game. See, what would have me concerned is like, they seem like a savvy enough studio that they would see like you know, the general discourse going on right now and being like, all right, we can switch things up. The question is if Avowed's far enough along that they're able to make such a change like that.
No, because Outer Worlds 2 was being presented with the same sense of humor. So
well,
like,
that was before Forspoken.
I don't think it matters. I think it's too late. I don't think Forspoken got like Forspoken is starting the pushback, but it's not the pushback in itself. You're still going to see a ton of games that are going to be written that way. Isn't Tim Kaine just a YouTuber now? We've been talking about, we've been talking about on my server, Cyberpunk and Elden Ring as future long-form projects to do. I think Cyberpunk has a ton of advantages. Outer Worlds had humor. Okay, you didn't play the game if you didn't pick up that it has a lot of humor, in quotes.
Cyberpunk would probably be a good one, just because you have the expansion coming out.
No, I don't.
Soon.
I don't care about like the getting uplift from the expansion coming out, because that puts such a a stress on the project. Like the worst part of the Skyrim video was that it had to come out on November 11th.
No, I mean it'll just be out so that you can actually play it and have like a clearer picture. It's just, you know, more stuff to discuss. It's like Dragonborn.
Yeah, but at the same time, they took way too long with it, and so it's gonna be like, it's gonna be this really weird thing probably. Outer Worlds jokes are so fucking bad. Outer Worlds jokes are so bad that they basically start like eating and cannibalizing the writing and the world building. Do I think I have anything big to say about the game itself? I have a lot of things I could say about Cyberpunk.
Are there any like serious long form videos on that came out?
There's the Tim Rogers video that came out a long time ago. Somebody in chat was talking about. You get to watch that on the stream series. Oh boy.
That good, huh?
I think it's gonna segment the audience when I'm not gonna like it. Outer Worlds was so dark they had to add comedy. Thank God someone else has seen the documentary and heard that particular lie that they've told. That fucking, there's no, like, that's so stupid. Okay, so if I am to believe the developers at Obsidian who made the Outer Worlds, who are responsible for its horrible humor, they made Roseway. Anybody who's played the game, you probably kind of remember Roseway. They made Roseway. And they were playing through the game, and it was so dark, and it was so horrible what happened there. They had to inject the humor everywhere in order to lighten up the mood. That's their theory. That's what they say in like the documentary. Like they say, yeah, no, it's total bullshit. Because like they made a DLC that was like tonally dark and barely had any humor in it, and it was like 1,000 times darker than like the darkest thing in Outer Worlds, and it still wasn't like so dark that it needed humor. Outer Worlds dark, that was definitely, that's the theory that justifies the humor that the game has. I love Outer Worlds if you just pretend the game is called Futurama the game. Ugh, God. No, it's not even good in that sense. What are you talking about? There's like 3 Futurama references. Maybe if you call it Rick and Morty the game. Even that doesn't work. Oh yeah, true. True. Futurama was funny. That is pretty different than Outer Worlds. They made a Rick and Morty the game with a talking gun, and the humor works a lot better, in my honest opinion. I don't know. I didn't see a single clip that said that game was good.
That game gave me Outer Worlds vibes. I think that says a lot.
Yeah. Stop trying to inject humor into games in that way. It doesn't work. The Rick and Morty game would mock its own bugs seemed very lame to me. Yeah, that seems like it would give me cancer and then I would die. He's mad it's anti-corporate humor. I'm mad that it's humor in quotes. Like, it's not humor, okay? Like, God, I wish I could play some of the jokes for you that are in Outer Worlds. To just a reel of the punchlines that the game has. And then, like, it's the easiest you laugh, you lose challenge that you'll have ever played. Because you will not laugh. Most of the punchlines in Outer Worlds are, they're groans. Like, I actually have a clip of one of the first jokes it makes, and me in the background going, "Oh no!" Like the first time that I played the game. Anti-corporate humor, that's funnier than anything actually in the game. Well, that's kind of the thing, is like, it makes anti-corporate statement and it has humor. Those elements usually don't cross over in that game. There's a joke I talk about a bit, and anybody who's played the game probably got at least this far, where there's a guy that worked at Edgewater who, you go to collect the gravesite fees because you have to like rent your graves in the setting, and okay, so they're putting on a countdown, so I can put that on screen so that we know when to start. They're collecting the gravesite fees, and you go to this woman and you collect your gravesite fees, and she's like, "Oh, these aren't for me. I'm paying someone else's gravesite fees." And it's like, "Oh, that's nice of you." And it's like, "Oh no, he wasn't my friend." And you're like, what? And you're like the punchline of the joke is, oh, he's not my relative. I was the closest living person relative to him at the time of his death. Like, that's the punchline, is that. And it's like, dude, the guy killed himself. And you spend like 15 minutes setting up that this was a character that existed, that people missed, whose suicide like drastically impacts people. You see his desk, you see his golden teeth, they're a plot point in the story, and then it's just like this cheap punchline about how if you kill yourself, the person who's close, like the person who's closest to you, the person who finds your body, they have to pay your gravesite fees instead. That's a joke.
Wait,
that's
you mean,
the
like,
that's one of the what?
Like physical proximity?
Yes, that's the joke is, oh, you thought I meant relative as in family member. No, I meant relative as in position.
Oh, man. Wow.
I have a part of my video where I explain...
The game is just too... It was too dark, you know?
I explain how...
suicide in there like that.
I explain how, like, gallows humors works and how you set up a suicide joke to make sense. And, like, one of the core elements is that you can't set up the fucking character as, like, being this thing that people miss. And that, like, oh, man, it sure is messed up that he ended his own life. And it's like, at that point, it's just insensitive.
Yeah, then it's just, like, no, that's just sad.
Every's like, Zoomer kill yourself joke is always, like... super casual, and it's usually like at the expense of the character and like at the person telling it. And like,
man, this is giving me some Lou vibes from Fallout 76's Wastelanders.
It's like, yeah, it's like God, what is it with this genre and its relationship with suicide? But yeah, Indigo gave a good New Vegas joke. They asked me how well I understood theoretical physics. I told them I had a theoretical degree in physics. They welcomed me aboard. That's a great joke.
Yeah.
It's a really funny joke. You know, it's absurd, and it really sells that, like, he's in a position that he shouldn't be. And it's a decent little punchline. But, like... This is just like two old guys who kind of don't get why like Gen Z makes so many suicide jokes. The capitalism critique doesn't land because it's mainly every corporation's being run by stupid people. So I am going to talk about this in the video. The game is not anti-capitalist. It's got a more nuanced take that it's doing, and it's setting up something that could be interesting. The problem is that the opening section of the game, Edgewater, is so exceptionally heavy-handed with its writing, that it comes off as being like basically communist propaganda. With how, like, I use the metaphor, they have the heavy-handedness of a gorilla. Anytime that a writer would like think that they're pretty confident that they've gotten across the point that they're gonna make, Obsidian just keeps fucking pounding that shit into the player over and over, the same fucking point over and over. The corporations, they're abusing their power. Do you get it yet? And so, like, when you play the game, it comes off as like it's anti-corporate because it hasn't gotten to the part where it presents the more nuanced position of like, actually there are reasons why this is the case and how it morphed into this monstrous being, and that the people that are opposing it are more complicated, and like, but it doesn't get to that until like 6 hours in, and most players are like, they're going to be turned off by the opening of the game because the gameplay is boring, the writing sucks, and the jokes aren't funny. And so it's like, I told you the attrition rate in Outer Worlds, right? It's like 25% of players are gone by the first main quest, which is like 3 hours. Todd Howard looks 70. What happened to him? Todd Howard is made a deal where he doesn't age until Starfield releases. But because Starfield got delayed, the effects are starting to show. Well, that's the problem with Outer Worlds is, so that's another thing is Fallout New Vegas. What's the central conflict in Fallout New Vegas?
You mean like between the NCR and the
yeah, but
the Legion?
What are they fighting over? Chat?
Oh.
All right, and then as chat brings in the answer, private sessions, what are they fighting over?
The dam, Hoover Dam.
They're fighting over Hoover Dam. They're fighting over electricity. They're fighting over power. Both metaphorical and literal. You know this from the opening of the game. Outer Worlds says, what if we made the central conflict that they're fighting over a mystery until a third act reveal of what the central conflict's over?
So they're going for... So in order to appreciate and sympathize and humanize the one of the factions in the game, one of the major factions pivotal to the story, you need to understand the thing that they're fighting for. Except the thing that they're fighting for is also a conspiracy theory,
yes,
like conspiracy-esque thing in terms of the writing. So you can't know that. So
that's kind of a big problem with the way that Outer Worlds is written, is that the central conflict being over food is a mystery until a cutscene that is, like, honestly, probably like an hour before the end of the game.
Oh, but you should have caught on to that at the very beginning, that that the whole conflict was going to be about food, because that's the whole thing that's going on in what is the starting town?
What's the starting area? The conflict's about. Then like other like so here. But the other thing is, other parts of New Vegas looped back into being about that central conflict, right?
Yeah, like the whole game is basically structured around that central conflict, and even like the side conflicts are basically that central conflict, just from a different perspective.
Yeah, so Outer
Like,
Worlds
there's a
doesn't
lot
do
of...
Outer Worlds doesn't do that. Yes, its first story is about its central conflict. Then it kind of forgets about it for like 10 hours. So if New Vegas was made like Outer Worlds, dude, fascism bad, Caesar dumb, NCR stupid and incompetent, Mormon communism. Yeah, that's kind of an accurate representation of how it feels to play Outer Worlds. I don't get how they ended to that point where they forgot about farming. I don't have the time. I don't have the like 4 minutes and 20 seconds is not enough time for me to explain just how badly they butchered it, Outer Worlds central conflict. The corporate slogans being deliberately bad really annoys me because they wouldn't be phrased in that obvious way. I don't know why they even bother with having corporate slogans. Who are they for? Like, everybody's an indentured servant who has no expendable income. So who's it for? No, Outer Worlds is a mess of world building. You might forget at points that they set up on the Groundbreaker that there are other solar systems than Earth that they trade with. So couldn't they buy food from them? Honestly, I swear if this countdown goes to like another pre-show.
I just realized they're playing music. These are real boppers here.
I have it muted. I will unmute it when I see Jeff Keighley. Yeah, they talk about on the Groundbreaker there being like inter-solar trade. And that like the Groundbreaker is supposed to be like the checkpoint between Halcyon and other solar systems. And then like the rest of the game thinks that it's just Halcyon. So, and that's not what you want in that kind of game. You want to set a hard rule really fast. Like, no, Halcyon's the only system other than Earth, and Earth is like, they disappeared. So Halcyon's alone, and now they got to deal with their problems. It sounds like one big 20-hour game drawing out the tepid observation. We throw away so much food, but Africans are starving. Actually, the food plot point's even dumber than that. The food plot point is that the nutritional value of what they're eating is like decreasing over time, and eventually the food that they're eating will be empty calories. Now, if that broke your brain, I'm not going to spend the next 90 seconds explaining all of the ways that doesn't make sense. Because the game can't decide if the issue is calories or vitamins. And it wouldn't be a mystery either, okay? Like, if there's not enough calories or vitamins, there's very obvious signs because you would have famine. You would have so many babies that being born that would, like, just be starving.
Did somebody, like, read The Terror and was like, what if that whole thing, everybody getting scurvy, except it's an entire planet?
I think that's the idea, but, like, they really don't, like,
Is there cannibalism in this game?
I don't think there's... Actually, there may be. But, like, there are cases that you can make that the issue's calories, and there are cases that you can make that the issue's vitamins. The storylines that do tie into the central conflict are not committed to either one. And so, it's very obvious the writers don't get... they don't have, like, a central thing written down, like, hey, the issue is that everybody's dying of fucking scurvy. If it did just that, it would be a lot better, but it doesn't. There's cannibalism on the first planet. There's human fertilizer on the first planet. They're not eating the bodies. They're just using they're just using bodies as compost. The cannibalism thing I'm thinking of is I think there's a plot point where, like, some of the cysty pig factories are like using humans as human flesh. I think human fertilizer has like enough of a distinction. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I said that there was going to be live footage and it's doing the slideshow. I gotta turn that off. Hey, Jeff. The creator of Game Awards, Jeff Keighley. All right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Summer Game Fest.
Hey, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
We are in person, and today we've got a look at what's next in video games for you.
You just look excited to be doing this.
I hope they have real bubbles on stage.
That would be such a mess.
For the first time ever. Welcome, everybody.
It may be a little...
we couldn't get a licensed pyrotechnician to do this show, so we got bubbles instead. Just pull out like a box fan.
I never imagined it would grow into this. Today,
so,
the video game industry has come together to show you what's next.
Is this a pre-recording? How do they have this closed captions like this? If it's live.
Oh, you got closed captions?
Yeah, I can turn closed captions on. It's off, but...
There are a lot of great games in development.
Well, if it's if it's teleprompted and it's all scripted,
in just a few minutes, we'll see the first extended
just gotta sync it up.
Of Mortal Kombat 1. It delivers, don't worry. Alan Wake 2, the reveal of Fortnite's next season. And yes, we do have
their live show has like super chats and memberships turned on.
All I'll say right now.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Imagine subscribing to the Game Awards YouTube channel.
Something you're not expecting, which makes it that
I'm
much
tempted
more
to donate and put like a
go.
message in there just so my name's up on there. Can we make like an alt account real fast? It's just like Fallout 76 is terrible. Just,
all right, looks like we've got.
$5.
We're opening with Prince of Persia.
Taken to a forbidden land.
Turn down private sessions. This is kind of a complicated thing of how do we balance the audio.
Rescue him and save the Empire. But we weren't prepared for what was coming.
I'll just talk.
Look, if you want to see the trailer, watch it on your own. You're getting live reactions.
Then again, they weren't prepared for me.
Hey, the licensed music. Hey.
Told ya.
Fucking Ubisoft, dude. Okay, so if Ubisoft's here, they've got their own thing. There could be some Microsoft stuff that they want to show. Unfortunate haircut. Yeah, very unfortunate haircut.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Does Ubisoft know what Persia is?
It's like Israel, isn't it? I was looking for like the best answer I could give.
It's like Egypt, right?
Well, you know, listen, if God of War can go to Scandinavia, then like, why can't the Prince of Persia do whatever's going on here?
I'm more just talking about the character design.
Oh yeah. He doesn't look Persian. Persians don't have dreadlocks, for one.
Yeah.
Like, Persians are literally Aryans. Say that in Tehran, they'll have a surprise for you. Yeah.
There's a little surprise. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is coming in January 2024.
Yes, for people in the chat, Persia is Iran.
In the iconic series with deep combat, some huge boss fights, and of course, incredible platforming puzzles. And
another generic 2D side scroller. Yeah. As I understand, that's a return to form for Prince of Persia, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I can't blame them. Like, I loved Katana Zero. I wouldn't mind getting like more good 2D side scroller games because I'm kind of
from what I understand, Assassin's Creed was basically like the successor to Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
So it's like if they're gonna do like another 3D thing, it would just be like, oh, we're gonna make another Assassin's Creed game, but call it Prince of Persia instead. So I can see them wanting to do, you know, return to the roots type stuff.
Has TD Project Red shown off anything? My guy, we're like 5 minutes in. Why did they open with Prince of Persia? They're like spacing things out because they think that people give a shit about Mortal Kombat.
I guess.
Uh-oh, stream. We might have to cut the video because...
It might be too violent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've never really gotten into fighters, but I did play Mortal Kombat. Like, it was like one of the first games I ever played when I was like 5 or 6 years old. It's on PS1.
So I've never been a big fighting game person, so it's like... oh yeah, I was gonna say on stream, prediction now, at least 7.5 minutes on Forza. In the Microsoft show. What I don't get about Mortal Kombat is, like, it looks like it's just the same people over and over, so why did new games have to be made?
It's my family blade. Sento's mine, and I won't give it up without a fight.
So, I'm getting some Marvel vibes from this.
Uh-oh, Marvel versus Capcom is gonna sue them. No, see, Marvel's not this violent, is the deal.
Well, it's just like the writing and the style is just...
I like the blood. I think more games need to be bloody.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's Mortal
Kombat's
Kombat's thing. That's Mortal Kombat's thing. It's like the grotesque violence. Oh my god, yeah, this is...
Okay, let's go back to one here. Who are you again? Lord Liu Kang.
Oh no.
I just hold this.
There's the humor.
Oh boy. Do you think the people who were working on this saw Forspoken and were like sweating? Like, well, we got gratuitous violence and stuff. It's a fighting game. People can just skip it if they don't like it, all right?
Yeah.
The environments look really cool.
It does look neat.
Yeah, like
And
the
you'll
character
notice-
designs and everything. The animations are really good. Like, presentation-wise, this game
Also,
looks...
they're all Asians. Where's the black woman with the frizzy hair? Where are the undercuts and
If your disease becomes known, you will be banished. I only want what's best for you.
Or do you secretly covet my throne?
I think that the shadows are a bit much with like harming the readability.
Yeah. But that could also be the stream.
Is that the like assist mechanic from the Dragon Ball Fighter game? Like, I don't play fighter games, and I know that's not a Mortal Kombat thing. Damn, they're getting, like, everybody's streams taken down.
Well, you know, Ubisoft already ruined it with the music, so might as well.
Yeah. Tag team is
Remember
in
when
9.
Mortal Kombat was, like, getting pulled off shelves because of its gratuitous violence back in, like, the PS1 era?
Yeah.
And now you can just, like, casually show this. I wouldn't be surprised if you could put that on, like, television now.
Yeah.
Like, primetime television.
You're probably gonna have, like, your Matt Walshes of the world appealing to boomers, like, this is too violent. I tend to agree, like, the thing that kept me out of Mortal Kombat was, like, the fatalities seemed, like, gratuitous. I don't mind blood, it's just... 30-second kill animation.
You just get desensitized to it after a point.
Alright, so 2 hours. We're not getting shown too many games. I was hoping that he wouldn't do stuff like this.
We got to see all the gameplay of MK1
Well,
Everyone just wants to know more.
yeah, this is their headliner and stuff. They're probably not going to do this for everything, right?
So tell us about this. Is it a new timeline?
Yeah. I don't know how many people have seen.
Hey, you guys can do. You Mortal Kombat guys can do your thing. I'm just saying it's not for me.
Back to reading chat.
He created a brand new universe, and this.
And if chat doesn't have anything going on, I'm going back to editing.
Here's our 7.5 minutes on Forza.
At least, like, I'll have nice cars to look at, I guess.
Yeah, you do go for cars occasionally, so. This feels like Jeff Keighley's a Mortal Kombat fan, and so it's like I'd love to give your game a huge amount of time at the Summer Games Fest. Is this like that Dragon Ball game? Someone said that there were assists in other games, so.
Oh man, we're really going deep into this. Ugh.
Yeah, this is an amazing drop for the Mortal Kombat people.
Yeah. I feel like this is not what you want to be opening with.
Stop
like,
being ADHD. This isn't a huge amount of time, Lamau. This is a pretty big amount of time that they're given to a single game, because, like, what was the Prince of Persia thing? Like 90 seconds.
Well, normally
right?
you don't like open like this. Usually you wait like at least a halfway point. Like you got to work your way towards this.
Mhm.
The fact that they're starting with this is already setting a tone that, like, oh, this is what the whole show is going to be like.
Yeah, we're what, like, we're 12 minutes into this, and we've only had 2 games.
Oh god, does this mean the Fortnite thing is going to be like this too?
Probably. We're gonna get a good chunk of no one gives a shit about Prince of Persia. Well, that's kind of the thing, is if it's a showcase of a bunch of different things, then like each game should get like 90 seconds. Why are we doing this interview stuff on the main show? Remember, this is the pitch for the new E3.
Also, like, they have a whole thing going this, like, whole weekend. So I'm going to assume that they have, like, a live stream somewhere where they can do, like, developer interviews and stuff. You don't have to do this on stage like this.
What E3...
This really... This is something you do off stage.
E3 peaked at, they would do, like, 90-second presentations on games. And Forza, even back then, was doing this excessive shit. And then, they would do the interviews after. And there would be, like, a whole schedule of, like... Okay, now if you liked what the 90-second trailer we showed for Skyrim, we have Todd Howard that we're going to be interviewing tomorrow at this time, and then you can pick out what games from the showcase that you liked and get the interviews after in the preceding days. Whereas, like, we're just like mixing in the interviews and the stuff, and so like a lot of this is going to be boring because it's like I don't give a shit about Mortal Kombat. Private sessions, can you add Subway Surfers or mobile game footage to the next video so we don't get bored?
Sure.
Why didn't he ask me that?
Actually, it's going to be Elder Scrolls Blades.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls Blades. You sound awfully like someone who does not like listening to middle-aged executives pretending to be excited about the product they don't care about. I think it's a bit of a miss for this show. Even if you like wanted to do the interview, why did they make it this long?
And Jeff bringing up COVID.
Did he?
Yeah. Come on, man. It's 2023. It's over. You don't have to...
I think it affected him because the first Summer Games Fest they did was in 2020, I think.
Yeah.
Already lost bingo. Actually, we got a divorce. We're only legally obligated to continue doing these streams together because we contractually agreed to it.
Yeah.
COVID killed E3. All right, he's
Nah,
leaving, he's
E3.
leaving the stage, guys.
E3 killed E3.
Yeah, E3
COVID just drove the hearse.
Which is truly fantastic. Another big and anticipated ARPG is Path of Exile 2 from Grinding Gear Games.
There we go.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Fucking third thing.
Since its release in 2013.
Guys, aren't we glad that we waited 15 minutes to get to our third game?
Changes right now. Here is your first look at a raw gameplay capture from Path of Exile 2, a sequel that pushes the engine and gameplay to a new level.
Poe always looked like one of those games that I kind of want to try to play, and then I look at like the skills menu and how crazy the game is now, and I'm just like, no, I missed the boat on that.
I like the build variety idea. I like the audience isn't excited for this because it's like the audience is like here for the casual stuff. It's got magic though. You do have magic. I like how it looks. It remembers that lighting is a thing.
I have 800 hours in Path of Exile, and I strongly suggest no one play it. Yeah, I also would hear that a lot too. Like I said, I have Grim Dawn, so if I want to play a game like this, I'd probably just boot that up.
Now I feel for them after Diablo 4 just released. Yeah, I think they were really hoping that Diablo 4 was gonna
fail,
like,
yeah.
just really bomb. Which, I mean, that's like a safe bet for Blizzard.
Yeah.
Like, Blizzard hasn't totally screwed up with Diablo 4. Another fighting game. Oh no, oh no. This is an online only game. They tried to like slide that one by.
Like I was looking at the character and at first I was like, oh, what is this, God of War, Kratos or something? Because I wasn't listening to what they were saying. And like it went up, I was like, wait, is this Hades? Like 3 or 4 different games popped in my head before I realized it was like a Capcom thing.
Isn't this out? Okay, it's a collab that they're doing.
When did every developer start doing the Battlefields like aesthetic of like everything's like super digitalized and shit, and, like over base?
After, I believe 4.
Like Battlefield, they were doing that shit at like Battlefield 3.
Yeah.
Guys, that
they were way ahead of the curve there.
Craziest collaboration on the show today. Check this out.
I don't know, it wasn't that crazy.
There's nothing more powerful than imagination.
What's the craziest collaboration we can conceive?
Shape the fabric of reality, transforming everything you may think.
I don't know, Stardew Valley and Mortal Kombat? Oh no. Imagine.
Oh no.
Okay, thank God.
Oh no.
I was like, my thought immediately went to Cyberpunk, but it's David Cage instead of Keanu Reeves.
I mean, I don't know how these things happen, but
can we? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't know how these things happen? You had fucking Elon Musk and Todd Howard on the same stage together.
Yeah, don't tell us that you can't wrangle this stuff together. Doesn't Nicolas Cage have like a huge alimony? Or like he's paying for something super expensive?
I think he like owns an island or some shit like that.
Well,
remember when CD Projekt got Keanu Reeves on stage?
Thank you. I'm so happy to be invited to your very, very cool
I'm glad we waited 20 minutes for the bombshell.
Man.
I mean, this is funny.
It is. This is almost as good as the Muppets thing at the last show Jeff Keighley did.
Well, it's a museum of horror, right? And
It's like it would make sense. Jeff Keighley's got like this list of things that he wants to have happen on stage. And so it's like he's always wanted to get Nicolas Cage on stage, and it's like, oh, Dead by Daylight's putting, like, Jeff Keighley made the Dead by Daylight update happen by like contacting Nicolas Cage and saying, hey, do this update so then I can justify bringing you on stage at Summer Games Fest.
Yeah, imagine like that's actually it. Jeff Keighley's like the mastermind behind the entire industry.
It wouldn't be surprising.
He's the one who canceled Todd Howard's contract.
Yeah.
He's going to a location thinking he's making a movie, and instead he wakes up in the fog. And in the fog, he's surrounded by crows and serial killers, and it's rather amusing.
He's not the monster?
And there's something about it that I think, as a survivor...
Oh, I thought they were doing a Dead by Daylight update where he
was
the monster.
Yeah.
He's one of the survivors?
Oh.
Oh, that sucks. Why would I want to play Nick Cage as a survivor? Dude, Nick Cage as like a monster in Dead by Daylight sounds hilarious.
Yeah.
I know we heard your voice in there, so you recorded lines for it and everything?
See, I want you to know when you're playing...
I think everybody who was laughing when they did the reveal assumed the same thing.
Yeah. It's like, oh, Nick Cage monster. That's hilarious.
I want you to know that you're with me, that we're one, that we're fused.
Nah, Nick Cage was like, I can't be the monster. That's too stupid. I don't want to be a joke. I always wonder about him specifically. It's like, is he in on the joke of like his whole persona?
I think he is.
I always got those vibes that he was in on it.
He's got movies where he tries.
Yeah. No, this like he's actually a decent actor, but
Dead by Daylight enthusiast, and that really put the hook in. Ha, pun intended. See, Dead by Daylight to me was an opportunity to branch out. I've never been invited.
Nick Cage is unironically what people assume like Tommy Wiseau is. People are like, oh, Tommy Wiseau's playing like a bizarre like performance art where he's in on the joke. No, he's not. But Nick Cage is. He knows.
Nothing but a split second to say yes. And speaking about split
I like the idea of Nick Cage saying this was an opportunity to branch out.
What I noticed was that
literally like the most prolific actor there ever was.
Yeah.
It's timed down to the split second. It's a very immersive experience when you're acting out in this space, because every move, every grunt, every sigh you make has to be timed perfectly with the gamer's moves. So that was something that I learned from this, and I'm always
oh god, he dropped the fucking G slur on us casually.
Nick Cage confirmed gamer.
Thank you so much. Hopefully the first Betty. Nicolas Cage, great to see you, man. Awesome. There you go, lock it in. Now, for all of
He's
you
like,
who wanna
oh, thank
play
God it's
Nick
over. I got
Cage
my
and
check.
Dead by Daylight,
I got my bag.
officially comes out on July 25th on PC and console, but PC players can
Nah, he probably still has like an obligation to do like a signing here or something like that. So he ain't done yet. He ain't racing to the airport just yet.
I don't get it. Why does it take so long to release this? Oh, it looks so bad. Wouldn't you want this to be like
Him
just something
chasing
that comes out like, and it's out right now?
Yeah.
See how stupid this is? Imagine
especially
him being
since the game's been out for years now.
They've clearly got a model. Like, what do they have to take another month to figure out?
They're waiting for Diablo 4 to die down, because this is a game that this is a crossover and stuff that they need streamers to be playing, and all the streamers are playing Diablo 4 right now. So
glad we're dedicating 10 minutes for a cosmetic DLC for a 10-year-old game. It's a funny cosmetic DLC. It could be better.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it now.
So
I don't
Witcher on
think
Netflix was inspired by the books? What?
Introduced by Henry Cavill and the cast.
Oh, you mean the guy who isn't on the show anymore?
He's not on the show. What?
So did he record this before he left the show, or
is he back?
Is he contractually obligated to do this?
That's why he like grew out his beard, so it would be even more obvious that like he's not Geralt. What? Oh, God, Netflix is at this.
Of course.
Chat,
this
someone
is their show.
confirm. Did Henry Cavill come back?
Who won't get you a statue?
I thought he got replaced.
But he'll certainly help in keeping you alive.
Man, I can't wait to binge watch this in an
He's
afternoon.
he's in season 3. He's out after season 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
this
like
I mean, this is still aged poorly, the PR, but
well, yeah, that's why I'm wondering. It's like, did he do it? Was that recorded before he left the show, or is it like he was contractually obligated? I'm willing to bet it was like he was obligated to come on and do it, which makes it even more fucking awkward.
he's making time between like his Games Workshop meetings to film some stupid PR thing. Was he on the same frame as the other actors? Or was it like green screen from his office?
You sure about this?
Are you?
And mind you, I watched the first season of this show. It sucked.
Oh man, I watched the first, watched the second. I'm definitely gonna watch the third.
If only because it's hilarious. Maybe he did a Discord call like Pedro did for The Mandalorian. I love this trend of like really great actors that are just like being taken advantage of by the sloppiest productions, just phoning it in.
Dangers we've seen.
It's like if you're Pedro Pascal, you're in a lot of stuff, and they decide to run The Mandalorian like they have.
I understand.
Why wouldn't you just phone it in, literally?
Yeah. Man, I just realized. So, you have the strike going on right now, the writer's strike.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Not only that, now they have to deal with that and their main leads changing. I don't know.
How do you not just
season
reboot?
Season 4 might be fucked.
I'm pretty sure in the entirety of the Witcher book series, Geralt kills 4 or 5 people. I wouldn't ask Joseph Anderson. He seems like he knows. He read the books in Polish, allegedly.
Savings all up in your business? What? I was sayings all up in your business.
Would you advertise that you were the creator of Bulletstorm? Like, Bulletstorm already seems so tonally disconnected from what they're showing that I cannot believe that they're actually, like, taking credit for it. Wait, didn't they show this game before? I actually thought it looked cool last time they showed it.
Bulletstorm is one of those games. I gotta watch some videos on it because I feel like the narrative was like it was bad at launch, like everybody shit on it at launch, but then like
it had
kind
a
of had
re-release that I think fixed a lot.
Yeah.
It definitely like, fixed a lot. It added Duke Nukem. It added Dick Kickem.
Oh, early access launch. Okay.
Oh my god,
that was a weak fucking audience.
Yeah, the audience is like not tuned in to half of the stuff that they're showing. Oh hey, it's the Prince of Persia. Is this a VR game?
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Cool if a VR game made it to Summer Games Fest. I was actually looking for VR stuff to play. Nice. I can tell they were being very selective. Crossfire Sierra Squad. Looks neat, I guess. Jeff is scrambling for content. Well, what's weird is everybody's at the press conference. I think they don't have that much to show. Also, I was not joking about them showing off a Samsung monitor.
Oh my god. Scan for special offer.
Also, I'm pretty sure that just violated the Twitch rules on advertising. Because the logo was more than 3%.
True.
Well,
the rules probably haven't gone into effect yet. So.
Yeah. Chat, I actually have an interesting take on that, and that I think it's a good thing. Is this like a asymmetrical shooter?
Sure.
It's an extraction shooter.
I don't think it's an extraction shooter.
Listen, Marathon can do it. Anyone can.
This looks like it's either a co-op shooter or an asymmetrical game, but I don't think people still make those.
Yeah.
It's Remnant. Really, so this year's theme is robot enemies, I guess, because AI.
Yeah.
Redfall 2. Remnant 2 is Dark Souls co-op. What do you mean? Can the subtitles say generic rock music, please? Hey, Jeff.
All right, we have much more Summer Game Fest.
God, he's good at that.
A first look at the gameplay of Alan Wake 2, the world premiere of the new season of Fortnite, Call of Duty Season
Fortnite
4,
Battle
and
Pass.
maybe a few more surprises for you. As we go through today's reveals,
He is a really good presenter, though.
No, he's
Like,
been doing it
just-
for a long time.
I
actually
just
like.
co-streaming the
I like
show
Jeff Keighley.
live on TikTok,
Yeah.
Twitch, YouTube, and other
He's the right kind of
platforms.
corny.
Those of you on Twitch, we also have a special Warframe Twitch drop, a free Steinax Warframe. For
But I mean, like, as a
watching
presenter and
the
shit,
show.
dude's
Now,
fucking on point.
speaking of
Like, his delivery
surprises,
is
Another legendary gaming hero is set to return later this year in a brand new
another
game
gaming hero.
built from the ground up in a style that I think is going to get this fan base and longtime fans of video games very excited. Here's another Summer Game Fest global game announcement. New thrills with a classic feel.
Oh.
Didn't he go to jail?
Yeah, I was reading something about that.
Created a Sonic game from prison. Like, isn't he in jail for tax fraud? The guy who made Sonic?
Next up, Dark and Darker, getting released.
What's that game called where you escape from prison?
Oh, the co-op one?
Yeah, it's a co-op game where one player plays Sonic and the other player plays the creator of Sonic as they escape from prison. Oh my god. Chris Chan was in prison at the same time as that guy.
The Way Out, there you go. Yeah, maybe by the people who did It Takes Two, which Tetramore did a video on.
I actually like that video a lot.
I like the jokes he had with his wife.
I thought he was styling on game analysis people.
Yeah.
You fucks, I've got a wife. Did we ever find out who bailed out Chris Chan? It's probably some internet person.
How about that? A new standard for 2D classic Sonic that's bound to appeal to new and legacy fans alike. This past April, Honkai Star Rail launched, and as you're about to see, the game...
Don't even mention the tax credit thing.
RPGs. However, we don't just have a new peak for current players, but also for those awaiting the game's release on PlayStation. Take a look.
We're only 30 minutes in.
I think it's all right. Now that we're not talking about Mortal Kombat, but we still haven't done Fortnite yet. Is this Genshin Impact? Weebs, answer the call. Is this Genshin Impact?
Waifus.
These voice actors suck, dude. It's an anime game, of course. It's gonna be voiced by a localization studio, so half of it's gonna be like propaganda. Sick grocery store purchase, dude, but watch out for your meat consumption. You're killing the planet.
Later this year on PlayStation. All right, inspired by the story of Pinocchio.
And people were not. They were not having that one.
Game Pass, PlayStation, and PC this year. Well, if you're wondering exactly when, we have news to share with you on its release.
Somebody in the back probably should like turn down the microphones aimed at the audience.
Fuck, feed it in the fake audio.
Yeah. Imagine getting upstaged by a Nicolas Cage. Cosmetic DLC.
Oh man, there's a statement for the deal for this show. Oh god. This is definitely a game where like they're watching the other trailers and they're sweating.
Yeah. Look, guys, we got style, all right?
It does at least look like more interesting with the like. These look like animatronic enemies rather than just like generic robot enemies, which are just Unreal Engine 5 default skin over a regular enemy animation. Like, there's actually vision with this.
Yeah.
Listen, pal. Nice landing, but let's not make it a habit.
No.
Well, you ruined it.
Right at the end. Hey guys, MCU dialogue.
Oh, nice. I got a demo though.
That's right. A demo for Lies of P is now available across PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Check it out. Prepare for the release on September 19th. Now it's time for the reveal.
Weird that they didn't have the release date on there.
With a story and world created by one of the most celebrated anime artists of all time. This is one of those games that I feel lucky we get to reveal for the first time here at Summer Game Fest. And I think you'll be pretty hyped.
What a terrible name, Lies of P. Oh, I'm sure it's going to get made fun of. Desert. Is this Journey 2? Okay, thank God. I thought we were setting up a Borderlands game. It's probably like Dragon Quest or something. From Akira Toriyama comes some of the worst written anime you've ever seen.
More generic rock music, yes. You see, these guys are abiding by the music that's not going to get you taken down. They got the memo. Is this Karen O?
Wait, new IP?
Maybe
Could
not.
be. Sandland. Yeah, I'll say that's the unifying element.
Oh, it's in Japanese.
Yeah, it's by Akira Toriyama.
Yeah, but the other Japanese one had English localization.
Yeah. Dragon Ball Mad Max Edition.
To become an unlikely hero in an adventure where you don't need to be human to save humanity. That's coming from Bandai Namco, and we're excited to see more of it soon.
Jeff, you don't sound excited.
Games are such an important part of the industry, and one thing that's
Jeff, you got to sell it.
Well, after the live show,
Jeff, they're bankrolling this show. Please, you need to give them their money's worth.
Sandland is a one-off manga from fucking 2000. That would be funny.
Later this month, as part of Summer Game Fest,
I've noticed the super chats have stopped rolling in for this show.
Let's see how many you can figure out in this little tease.
Today only, use DoorDash to order Taco Bell and enter code GameFest to get a free burrito. Hang on, I was reading that message. And a chance to win a Final Fantasy 16 Collector's Edition. Introducing indie game art style.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like overly stylized games is becoming a badge of like a warning flag for me. Especially since like the games that I really end up enjoying are butt ass ugly.
Yeah.
So
some indie games are made by people that are like artists first, and so like they have strong visual direction, and then the gameplay is just kind of bad.
With an always changing environment, massive scale, PvPvE, and the ability to transform into creatures to battle across land,
show us the game.
Sea, and air. Here's a look.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jeff. Amazon Games.
Oh no. The Netflix of the video game industry. Wait, doesn't Netflix make games now too?
I think they're trying.
God.
NCSoft, yikes.
Save us all.
Yeah, NCSoft and Amazon's not a collab you want to see.
So this is an MMO, right? Because Amazon literally can't bankroll anything except MMOs.
Listen,
no, it's the Amazon motto.
One of these games is going to work.
Exactly.
We're just going to
It's the Amazon motto of like, go big, go home. Listen, we got to get our net revenue to meet our expenses for the year. So we don't have to pay taxes again.
Oh no, Orc Bros. I guess you knew what went on with New World then, Pat? But that's what was kind of confusing me, is doesn't Amazon have an MMO?
Yeah.
So basically, if I was a New World player, I'd be looking at this and being like, guess it's time to get out.
Amazon is a very, they have a very short attention span. They thought when Jeff Bezos left that was going to be the end. That finally... Do you know Amazon just launched a fucking health insurance company? Yeah, so picture that, a company, a retail company, a logistics retail company that has a health insurance company now is also publishing video games.
Well, did they make it so that they could offer it to their employees?
Oh, maybe that's what it is. We're offering even part-time employees health coverage now.
Sword fighting game Warhaven from Nexon, which lets you transform into supernatural immortals. Here's a new look.
This is giving me Mass Effect 3 We're Leaving Earth vibes.
Yeah. And the music gets turned down. I thought you said giving MMO access to their employees instead of health insurance. Imagine that being a listed benefit.
free Amazon Prime and free Prime Gaming. It probably is a fucking benefit.
One free subscription of Twitch Prime. You can give a free sub to your favorite
You know
streamer.
what? That's better than when I was looking at Home Depot and they were, or no, it was Lowe's, and they were listing as a benefit, working on your feet. Now you don't have to pay for the gym.
Well, listen, you want to pay a Twitch sub so that you can help out your favorite streamer that you listen to while you're at the fulfillment center. Okay. So it's a game where a bunch of dudes fight. Play for free. Oh, no.
You think Amazon's going to make a game that isn't free to play?
I like that they're censoring elements of these Twitch streamers. Like if they have like sub goals or something on the screen, they were censoring it. Oh, so we're taking another stab at trying to make this game a thing, huh?
Clap, clap.
Pilgrims, summer is coming, and with it a lot of cool stuff.
All right, guys, there's another clip for the Summer is Coming folder.
More dangerous nights and roaming volatiles, complete with improved parkour, rolling out with the next update in June. Then,
oh, I'm sorry. I had this game confused with Dead by Daylight.
Trust me, for one of them you will
No, Dying Light's based.
Very soon you will get the deadliest summers to date.
Dead Island?
No, Dying Light, the better Dead Island. Jeff, get it together.
Well, we got confirmation there. It's live.
I'm talking about Dying Light 1. I didn't play 2. Well, what's going on at this point? Oh, there's a Cyberpunk announcement. I think they said
oh, wait,
2
we haven't
hours.
gotten to the Fortnite, yeah.
Yeah, we still have to do our 10 minutes of Fortnite.
Yeah, so...
Is this Samsung's like game streaming service now?
I think it's like Samsung works with Game Pass. They announced a collaboration or something like that. If like you buy a TV, you get a fucking like controller with it or something.
Team Rumble is going to feature playable Ripperoo and Engine, Neocortex's right-hand guy in season 1. Now it's time to
We're bringing Ripperoo, boys.
Descend into madness. Joining me is a guy who was last on stage at the Game Awards 2021 to announce Alan Wake 2. He's come all the way from Finland. Please welcome from Remedy, Sam Lake.
Finland.
Is that a felt suit?
Listen, did you see what Nicolas Cage was wearing? You gotta upstage him.
Alan Wake 2 at the Game Awards. You said 2023. We are in 2023. It's coming this October, and we are so excited about this, Sam. I know it's been a long time coming for fans and for you. 13 years since the first Alan Wake. So tell us a bit about what can we expect in the sequel.
It's been quite a journey, yes. Alan Wake 2 is Remedy's first survival.
I just don't think I'm the target audience for video games anymore.
Listen, it's not for you.
They are on their own separate, terrifying journeys through 2 different worlds, and yet it's all.
How much did they pay to announce Alan Wake like this? Seems like the title that doesn't need it.
Between them at given points in the story as they choose.
Yeah, we saw obviously.
I feel like
the PlayStation Saga, the second character.
What's the revenue stream for Summer Games Fest? I feel like the
living a narrative that Alan has.
No, they got to be getting the advertiser bucks from the companies, right?
Yeah, yeah. They're definitely getting paid by Samsung, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Of course, trying to escape from dimension of the dark place. And then we
They're
have
probably not even aiming for, like, they're probably just aiming for it to be a break even. They're probably not even aiming to be like...
Video games is for the investors now. Yeah, they're like, this is all like investor news.
Yeah.
Like, our company has a new live service game that we're bringing to market.
Well, the investors are definitely not in the audience because they would have been clapping during all those Amazon games. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. The Amazon fucking people don't want that shit. They want them to get their logistics and employee issues under control instead.
Written by a certain missing writer.
By initials AEW.
And this horror story starts to come true around them.
Interesting. So obviously it's, you know,
turn out, please face the audience. They're like,
this is like one of the most visually
socially awkward. They rehearsed
and they're
this.
standing in front of this like it's just a green background with the like black lettering. It's the most like visually boring fucking thing I've seen so
out
far.
45 degrees. Face the audience. You know, when you stand on stage, you don't actually face the other actors, right?
This is the issue with them doing the interviews on stage. There's no fucking like natural way to do this.
About the lore, about the supernatural in this world, she will be going in very quickly. She has to learn to survive, and with that, all the players will be on that journey with her. And then we open up the experience so that you can hop to play.
Yeah, I know Finnish people are like famously socially awkward, but
well, yeah,
I feel like somebody would have told him, turn 45 degrees. Look, you look good. People want to see your suit. People want to see you talk.
Yeah, he's fucking...
Just two dudes having a conversation nobody cares about in front of a few hundred people. This is entertainment. I care more about this, but I don't really care what he's saying because
I'd rather just see it.
Yeah, why are the interviews in the showcase? Like, my brain keeps having to switch from like trailer mode to, oh, you got to actually try to intellectually engage with what's being said.
Yeah. I didn't sign up to listen.
Yeah, intellectual engagements for like Sunday.
Yeah, saving my energy for that.
Supernatural forces of darkness have brought the murder victim, in this case, back to life as a monster. And Saga is outside Bright Falls at Cauldron Lake, trying to find him and stop him.
I think part of it too is like I can't see his face, and so I'm having a hard time like actually engaging with him. Like, look at him, he's got a nice big smile. It looks good.
Yeah, no, he's really presentable. He has his shit together.
But then like I don't like, you can't see his face.
Just please give him some better direction on the stage.
What's on Sunday? Sunday is Microsoft's show in the Starfield Direct, where I'm actually going to pay attention to what's being said because I have a Starfield project coming out later this year. This has successfully made me lose interest in Alan Wake. Never mind.
Sounds like somebody's home.
I never played Alan Wake 1, so, I mean...
I have a physical copy of Alan Wake that I bought back when it was abandoned, where I was actually going to do a video on it after it got abandoned, and I was doing like a abandoned video games thing. So to see the turnaround that they actually got around to making a sequel. Well, what I like, chat, is that they made sure to give her a hairstyle so that you could tell that she was black, even in the shadows, like against the silhouette of the flashlight. You know that there was a whole meeting about that. Yes, that's what deer do. I didn't run into 5 fucking deer on my way to the grocery store last night. And they definitely, like, were hiding in abandoned buildings.
Well, you see, the supernatural things...
This is going to be a nitpick for most of the chat. When deer see lights, they can't actually... They don't perceive it as, like, a person holding a light or a car coming at them. So that's why they stare at like headlights as cars come on. So this happened to me last night. There was a deer on the trail I was riding on, and it saw me coming, but it only saw my headlights, so it didn't figure out that I was a person until I got really close. Like really close. Like I almost ran the fucking thing over close. So that deer actually wouldn't have done that because it wouldn't have known that she was a person because it can't see her.
Pat, you're reading too much into this. This is. Did you not notice a supernatural thing she just killed? Come on
supernatural
now.
Thing? How many rounds did it take to kill a supernatural monster?
It looks like 2 magazines.
Deer
like
are
18
cute,
rounds.
but they're stupid. Why are you booing me? I'm right.
Deer are cute, but they're loaded with ticks around here, so they're kind of like just a walking disaster.
Killer left a message.
It's for us.
We were all trapped in
I will say that, like, at least her character's design is fairly modest.
Mm-hmm.
They could have gone out of their way to make her a lot worse. I just think it's funny.
Something's not right. A long time coming, but Alan Wake 2 looks
Yeah, there's a game I probably will never play, but whatever. For the people who like Alan Wake 1, I hope it's good.
Warhammer Space Marine 2 from Saber and Focus.
Alright, it's Warhammer time. Looks good. Kind of gets the style.
I have my reservations about your reinstatement. There could be questions. Will that be a problem?
I had an idea recently. Vehicle company, but their aesthetic is Warhammer.
You'd probably sell a decent bit. Because like big
like
trucks
imagine
are popular.
Yeah, imagine like the trucks and SUVs you could make with this shit.
Yo. Hey, look at those enemy count numbers.
Yeah, it's been an idea that's been living in my head for like a few weeks now.
I feel like there's a little bit... I feel like the Tyranids are getting way too much representation in Warhammer stuff right now, though. Co-op campaign? Pretty cool.
This song is fucking banging, though.
This actually looks like the most interesting thing that's been at the show so far.
Yeah, you know, like a simple shooter that's just big dudes with big guns killing things.
This is what they decided to follow it up with?
You know, contrast is good.
Is this what's the name of this game? It's this Kingdom something.
We don't want people falling asleep, so.
Oh no, it's something else then. My potatoes. My jumbo potatoes have been taken by an ogre.
Honestly?
I mean,
This looks kind of interesting.
It does look interesting. I like the way that they're presenting this. Nice little kingdom simulator or something.
Yeah.
If this is actually a Kingdoms game, this would be funny. Okay, it's not. Wait, why? Oh my god, why is that the cover art? It's not recognizable enough unless we draw them as a more detailed anime style.
Yes, Your Grace, Snowfall. Now it is time for another global game announcement, and this one comes from the minds of
Like, I'm looking at them like, that has potential. That could be interesting.
John Carpenter. It's a brand new world, a brand new story, and looks like a heck of a lot of fun. Check this out.
John Carpenter is always a mixed bag. Is this Pacific Drive.
Focus Entertainment. Is this the people? Are these the people who like? They just got cucked out of a buyout, or was that Embracer Group? One of those two companies was trying to do like a buyout, and like the buyer backed out. It was apparently like a major buyout too, and the buyers like backed out, and their stock like tanked.
Oh no, I'm getting like
Redfall
vibes.
vibes.
Yeah. I'm glad we thought the same exact thing.
Oh god.
Actually, I like cheesy acapella renditions of songs. You got to turn it down though.
Yep.
But no, like Generation Kill has a lot of like acapella renditions of songs from the 2000s that the Marines sing. Just because like they're
Did you ever
trying to
watch
pass the time.
Generation Kill?
Yeah, I love that show.
Yeah. That's
what I'm saying.
I liked it then. I liked it in that.
It could be done well, especially like if they license some fun stuff.
It was weird to realize that show had no music in it except for like what you heard diegetically and like the Marines singing.
Yeah, literally the only music is them singing pop songs or like different songs.
Yeah, that show was so fucking good.
But yeah, these guys were sweating when Redfall came out. Could be good, but John Carpenter, like modern John Carpenter, like even like let's be honest, old John Carpenter was like 50 coin flip. Like AC4 shanties. Yeah. Yeah.
You guys think any of those zombies made it? All right. Well, this August brings the long-awaited full 1.0 release of Baldur's Gate 3. And today,
oh, fuck Larian. I already feel like, okay, so from what little I've seen of Baldur's Gate 3, from videos, Baldur's Gate 3 seems to be already suffering most of the writing tropes that DOS 2 suffered from.
Swearest thou by Baldur's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
Like, DOS 2 was a lot of fun, but god did I hate the writing in that game.
A new age is upon us. Gods have mercy on those who would stand in our way. A mad dog understands the yank of the leash from the hand of its master, but it cannot be an equal.
I've considered recording like this for my next video, standing up and doing it.
They can only break. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth.
Please make a video on everything you dislike about Larian games so I can show it to my friends who worship their games. DOS 2 suffered a lot from the source plotline in DOS 2 basically poisons everything about that game. There's also an issue with the antagonist. So the antagonist is, you do not want a character that can randomly teleport into scenes and has more action points to do things in a scene. So like multiple times in the story, the plot point is, and then Dallas teleports in and blows everything up and teleports out.
Oh, I only do my recordings in like 40-minute increments.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's a bad idea to record for more than an hour at a time.
Yeah, my voice starts falling apart after an hour. But I do like the gesticulations and everything, you know, like. Gotta get into it.
I'm working on a new workflow where I record the video of the recording sessions too. Because I can put that into VTuber software.
Oh.
That's that might be the reason why I have Halo models now. I have some interesting ideas related to that. Another boring interview. So, didn't they show? Did they announce this at the Sony thing?
I know they showed a bunch of it.
So would you say DOS 2 is badly written? I would say DOS 2 is easily one of the worst written stories I've played in a while. It was definitely not a game I wanted to play after fucking Fallout 76. Because like I'm really dying to play a good written RPG at this point. So like your teleporting in antagonist idea is a bad idea for any DM to do, and it's a tabletop story. So like if your DM wants to railroad you and force a scenario, he'll just have the villain teleport in and do shit, right? And it violates the rules of how things work because DOS 2 is like a DOS 2 is like a turn-based game. So everybody has turns and they have a set number of actions they can do per turn. But Dallas, she can teleport in and do 6 actions in one turn. Well, the other problem is I have a rough time playing CRPGs. So like I only got through DOS 2 because I was playing it with somebody. If any DM did shit basically any CRPG does, he would be physically accosted. Yeah, but part of what it is that they don't think of like better ways. I don't know why DOS 2 needs to really like tease that like, oh, you're about to get to the source fountain. Dallas has to blow it up so that the last act can happen, so she can't let that happen. But why did it need to be the case that we did get to the Source Academy? Why not have it where Dallas is there when we arrive and she's already blown it up? Why have her teleport in? And literally the only point is so that you can have the race between your squad and Alexander's squad, which doesn't even work that well because nobody in the race makes it past like the first room before Alexander's team has died. So it's not a race. I think Larian blew their load with Fort Joy at the very beginning. I tend to agree. DOS 2 is a good game to play if you ignore the writing. Because it's got a very fun magic. September, October, okay. Does he get a good release window?
Yeah. You know, people will be done with Starfield by then. Assuming Starfield doesn't get delayed again.
Yeah. I'm really hoping they don't get delayed because their release date's actually really nice for what I'm doing.
I could use a few more weeks.
Then we're going to look at the Land of the Morning Light, a new expansion to Black Desert Online.
Pokemon with guns. Wasn't that actually a thing and it got like DMCA'd?
Fucking Black Desert Online. Oh, they... Pokemon with guns. I know there's a mod for Pokemon that's like all Pokemon anime girls. The weirdest thing about DOS 2 is when it seems like you just killed an antagonist in combat and they come back later or turn out to be alive. Yeah, there's some stuff the game does to make sure that you can't sequence break it and like kill, like, so they let you kill everybody, but certain characters still need to be later in the game. And so, oh my god, this really is Pokemon with guns. So like they need Alexander and Dallas to show up later, so like you can kill them, but there are explanations for.
This is definitely an Unreal Engine game.
Yeah.
Just looking at that footage, over the shoulder footage, it's like, wow, that is Fortnite.
This is actually like a Fortnite mode.
I understand why developers would use Unreal Engine, but just know it comes with a cost of being able to instantly identify that it's
kind of like how I can instantly recognize the Skyrim footage.
Yeah,
it's always like that.
No matter how modded. Yeah, no matter how modded.
No matter, you can change everything and I'll still instantly recognize it's Skyrim from like a single frame.
Tired of how sanitized UE5 games look? Yeah, that's basically it. It looks just like, I don't know, kind of lifeless.
You really have to do a lot of work to convert Unity and Unreal Engine into like their own visually distinct
thing. And when it's being sold to, like, you know, small time studios and stuff that aren't going to have the programs and stuff to do that, you end up in this situation that we're in now. Like I said, I get it, but it's just an observation.
I think it's kind of insane that you can murder every living creature in Act 2 of DOS 2 and the game will never acknowledge your mass murder. Yeah, Act 2 was where our... No, Act 1, really, was where our run turned into a genocide run. So it kind of genocided through Act 1, and then, like, I tried to bring it back with, what is this? I tried to bring it back with Act 2, and this is manlet representation. Someone's gonna be like, how dare you sigh at dwarves? But, listen, I was trying my best to not make it a genocide run, and then, like, there was some encounter in the town in Act 2 where we got in a fight with somebody, and then everybody jumped into the fight because for some reason, like, random NPCs will decide to join in on fights. It would be like in Skyrim if you attacked Ysolda and everybody in Whiterun decided to throw themselves at you and get themselves killed.
Oh. It was Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, of course it was. I think they said it was like Moria.
Yeah, I heard Hobbits.
Real brave announcing another Lord of the Rings game after the whole
I know,
Gollum
right?
thing.
I was looking at that and I was like, you know, this looks kind of interesting. Like
some normal Skyrim.
Deep Rock Galactic mixed with like some Valheim vibes and everything, and then it's just like Lord of the Rings. I'm like, all right.
And yet, okay, but here's the thing: in Skyrim, say you get a quest to fight Mikhail. This has actually happened. You get a quest to fight Mikhail, you start fighting him. All of the NPCs don't jump in on the fight. That's what happened in DOS 2, was I got a quest to fight somebody, and literally everybody in town joined in for the throwdown, which was one of the most fun fights in the game because we had to fight like 30 NPCs.
Yes, more Japanese.
We still don't know Sephiroth.
And I don't mean that like begrudgingly. I'm one of those people, like, if I'm watching an anime, I want to watch it in Japanese with subtitles.
Well, I mean,
it's like nothing pulls me out of something faster than just really bad voice acting.
It's been said before that like the Japanese AAA studios actually go, or AAA scenes actually kind of going strong.
Yeah.
It's only the Western side that's suffering.
Well, you know, it's really expensive to pay people now. Minimum wage has gone up, so.
Yeah, this fantasy's been final for like 30 years. Yep, this looks like Final Fantasy gameplay. Jotaro? Cowboy Bebop and Yu Yu Hakusho are two legendary English dubs for anime. Death Note 2 as well, right? The next game that will have girls that you will be masturbating to.
No. Today during Summer Game,
ooh, that was... Man, the audience isn't going for this one. They're doing the joke. They're doing the meme.
16 prize pack. DoorDash, stay in your game. Yep, we got you. All right. Now here's a look at the game.
Taco Bell sucks, Jeff.
Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden, the story of two ghost hunters in the haunted wilds of North America.
Not a smooth segue. I don't think he expected people to kind of groan at hearing Final Fantasy's name.
Life to the living, death to the dead.
Dorito Pope moment. Oh god, that's true.
We end suffering for those who live. We bring closure to those who don't.
Who's cutting your hair, my man?
I want us back red. I want revenge. revenge on what killed me. I want to live.
This is giving me like the visual style is giving me like, Anthem vibes.
It's giving me Forspoken vibes visually.
Yeah, Forspoken as well. So like I installed Anthem recently to just play for like an hour, and that game had a really, it's gonna take me a lot more to playing to like really understand what's going on with its visual design. That's like turning me off, but everything was really, really like overly crisp. It wasn't like jaggies everywhere. It was just like they took like the sharpen filter in Photoshop and just applied it one too many times. And I was seeing that in this footage. Ah, yes. I have the games in my library. I just don't have the time to play it yet. I will be starting with 0.
A new generation of Yakuza memes are coming.
Talk about a franchise that went from like almost like Yakuza 0 was basically their last ditch effort.
Yeah, they went from like nobody talking about it to like everybody loving it.
Yeah. Once again, the Japanese
going strong.
Yeah. Yeah, Yakuza 0 seems like one of those games that just would appeal to me on so many levels. Like the cheesy writing, the fighting mechanics and stuff.
How do these new
approachable?
How do these new IPs have the audacity to look so boring? Yeah, I mean, like, look at what the Japanese studios are bringing to Summer Games Fest, and then look at what the Western companies are bringing to Summer Game Fest. Like, of course they're doing better. They're really capturing a vibe of, like, why this kind of stuff appeals to people.
Good morning, Stanley. It is 7:32
Oh, God.
Subnautica?
Productive day.
Change username to just Stan.
Adjusting morning wake up. Good morning, just Stan.
Base to capsule 12, come in.
Talk about dated. We already have AI that would be better sounding than that. Whoops.
Definitely a leak here, Tim.
We have AI that can literally breathe heavily while, like, they get winded doing voice work.
2 months and 17 days. What sort of operation are they running down here?
Isn't this game called Adzu?
No, it's Subnautica.
This doesn't make sense.
You know, I really want a game that's about, like, exploring derelict wrecks and stuff like that.
Without a
all the games
twist.
that have tried that have like just not appealed to me whatsoever. There's always like some really awful butt in there.
Here's
It's like, no, I just want to explore it.
A giant, like, cyberpunk, like, super liner that carries, like, millions of cargo containers that you get to, like, explore.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, super convoluted.
I literally got sold on Hard Space Shipbreaker just because of the opportunity of, like, exploring derelict ships. I was having fun with it, but I only played for, like, a couple hours.
Oh, yeah, chat. I'm at, like, tier 7 on Satisfactory now.
It had some really, really interesting mechanics going for it.
I'm officially... Oh, he's got that Twitch streamer attachment for his gun where it attaches the GoPro to your P90. I'm to the point in Satisfactory where you start to switch over to Factorio.
Is your co-op partner in the same boat?
Not yet. That game's co-op is great. You can split up exploration and factory management, and both are useful to the other.
Yep. Boy, you're at the point now where you're like, I just want to make bigger things, and this game's really inhibiting that.
No, you get to trains. They really need to overhaul trains in that game.
Yeah.
Because they are tedious.
And if I remember correctly, trains already had a big update. Like, they've been tweaked a lot.
I'm amazed that they somehow were worse. Also, I don't give a shit about this.
Yeah.
Every Call of Duty Battle Royale game looks exactly the same.
And that audience was not impressed either.
Yep, this is your part.
I don't fucking care about Porsche. I'm a JDM fan. Actually, I'm not really a fan of anything these days. The car industry is like in an even worse position than the fucking games industry.
Yeah, you hate to see it. You love to see it.
Bigger shit show.
I've got jalapeno lime classic beef jerky. I'm building trains in Satisfactory at the moment. This speaks to me. The ability that you can't easily build a rail circle is ridiculous. That's what was frustrating me was... Why are stations directional? So, like, you can't really build a point-to-point network easily because, like, oh, whoops, my fucking station that's, like, 6 kilometers away is backwards.
I hate SUVs. Well, don't buy any Fords because they're all gone. All the cars are gone from Ford now.
We need to,
the CEO,
as I've said before, heavy vehicles endorsement where you need an additional driver's license test in order to drive a vehicle over 2,500 pounds.
Ford is going so hard that they are literally only going to be making SUVs that are 3 rows now. Like the CEO literally just said that the other day.
You can just use double-headed trains. I use double-headed trains for everything. The problem is, like, it still will just, like, go, nah, your station's backwards. I can't reach it. Listen, I know the women in the audience hate when I say this, but this is the woman game part of the showcase.
Okay, so, my time at Porsche with Magic. Well, we know who's in this audience then.
See, even he acknowledges it.
Oh man, I'm going to the bathroom.
Yeah, chat, we're not doing an interview for fucking, what is this, a mobile card game? I agree with private sessions. I think I'm not the primary audience for gaming as a whole anymore. I think, like, yeah, I don't really understand who these people are that are playing all of these new games and, like, being excited for all of them. Like, I've seen a couple posts on Twitter that are like, it's people that are like, dude, this year's been stacked. There's so much good stuff coming out. And of course, I laugh at the list because, like, half of it is literally remakes. They're like, this year's been great, you know, we've got Dead Space remake and Resident Evil 4 remake. And it's like, no, you don't like the new games that are coming out. You like the remakes of the old games that were good. Is it over?
I don't have an ideal hand of cards here, but that's fine.
Oh.
See what I draw in future turns.
Oh no.
Anyway, let's reveal the first location.
Labuntus 1. Each player destroys their deck.
Oh.
Okay, I guess I will work.
No.
I'll play Medusa.
No, 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 no. What the fuck is this?
25% chance of destroying your cow.
Okay, well, I mean, 25% isn't.
Okay. Content creators. I feel like that. Yeah, that's a good statement. Just loudly say as a single statement. Content creators. We've got them here. Fuck, invite me on. I'll be part of the cringe. Jeff, invite me on. I'll be part of the cringe compilation. I'll shill Starfield. I know it's short notice, but you gotta bring me on.
Of Avium from EA Originals and Ascendant, and the world premiere first look at Chapter 4, Season 3 of Fortnite Wilds. Now, if you're looking for the smartest way to level up your gaming this summer, compare top credit cards side by side with NerdWallet and start maximizing your cashback rewards on.
No, you can't follow up the. We've got content creators now with a fucking credit card ad or whatever the fuck.
Nice. Listen, we gotta keep the lights on.
You're gonna need a credit card when you start playing Marvel Snap. I know you weren't addressing me, but still, sometimes I hate my name. Yeah, I'm fortunate for all the people named Jeff and Todd.
Who has it worse? Jeff, Todd, Karen, or Chad?
Karen, definitely. Chad is people constantly talking about how you're buff and fit and fuck a lot.
Yeah. So Chad used to be an insult, and then it became like the ultimate man. Chad used to be like Jersey Shore, like douchebag,
Yeah.
and now it's like based red-pilled savior of humanity.
Karen, meanwhile, like at this point, Karen is just a way to get away with being racist against white women. Smite? Question mark.
Chad Warden. I saw that.
You rallied to protect the beacon and paid a terrible price. You fell.
I liked Karen memes when I worked in retail because it back then it like pretty accurately described a subset of customer that was like that really did act like that. But now it's like now it's just if you're a middle-aged woman who talks out of turn, you're a Karen. When will a black Republican woman president that runs on the fuck white women platform? Yeah. I mean, listen. I totally get why you don't like white women. Uh-oh, here it is. Wait, are they Fortnite Rust map? That was fucking Rust from Call of Duty. We need to kill Fortnite before we do the PatricianTV Fortnite crossover event. Honest to God, they showed Rust from Call of Duty in Fortnite.
Man, is the Fortnite really, like, is that really going to be what they close this show out with? Turn-based 4X? Okay, I'm interested. You have my attention.
No!
What?
It's Stellaris DLC.
Is that DLC or is this a spin-off?
No, they're like transitioning. Or wait, is this... They made a spin-off game to Starfield? No, this is something different.
Yeah.
I think it's under the Paradox umbrella so that they can transition between titles, which Actually, gotta give him credit. Paradox is being creative with their little insert here with the transitioning between their different games.
Yeah. It's making it confusing, but
it is actually pretty cool.
The video editor in me is impressed.
Name a better duo than Paradox and DLC. You wanted to field that one?
Oh,
okay,
what?
So if this is a Star Trek Starship space combat, oh, for fuck's sake, at least we acknowledge that. Never mind. Who are you?
Who are you? Right.
And I'm very excited.
What is Peacock?
Of the character of Sweet Tooth, who I had the pleasure of voicing. Hope you enjoy it. Check it out.
Is there a connection between Peacock and NBC? I'm gonna look this up because I don't give a fuck about whatever's being shown right now.
It's Twisted Metal, my guy. Don't you know Twisted Metal? It's like a racing game or something.
It is, yeah, NBC Universal. I knew it because the fucking color scheme. Now that's clever. That's effective marketing right there. So what the fuck do they even stream then? What is
this?
What does NBC Universal
We're watching a guy
have?
in a clown mask and a gimp suit beat up a black guy. Based? Is he gonna... I'm sorry, but this is an unfavorable angle that he's taking.
This is making me, like, uncomfortable.
Can I stream this?
Yeah, I know.
Buck breaking. What the fuck was that? Why are we seeing a TV show advertised at Summer Games Fest?
And people wonder why I was laughing when the writers went on strike in Hollywood.
I thought that they were doing some kind of like live action advertisement for new Twisted Metal game, but no, they're doing a Twisted Metal TV show. The Witcher TV show at least made sense. Witcher's actually like a established TV show from a big game, and
yeah.
Like Witcher
it's
3,
like
Witcher
it's
3
multimedia franchise.
Wasn't Witcher 3 like universally the game of the year?
Pretty much, yeah. Oh, here's this fucking donor again in their chat who's dropping some like currency. It literally looks like a rune from Elder Scrolls. Like a Daedric rune.
Twisted Metal is 2 decades late. That's what I don't understand. There's no like
they need a game to
I know the games were pretty well received in like the niche racing, like niche comical racing kind of genre, but that was really weird. Why did they show the buck breaking episode of the Twisted Metal Twisted Metal TV series? I wonder what David Jaffe thinks of this TV adaptation. Whatever the contrary opinion is, he'll have it. Twisted Metal themed Thug Hunters episode.
Independent game. All right, next up is a brand new IP from Ascendant Studios, a single-player, first-person magic shooter called Immortals of Avium. It's fast and fluid.
All right, turn this up.
Fantasy setting, kind of like Doom with magic. It also has a great cast.
With magic, okay.
I actually like magic shooters. I think they're pretty cool. Oh god, damn it! Not another interview.
A cool game, super high production value, spectacular.
It would be nice if like they had footage playing over the interview and like like they did like the cut between, so at least we had something to look at.
Magic, triple threat. He's brash, he's funny, but he gets the job done.
Well,
He's really nervous about looking at the crowd.
Who is he like the studio director?
Look at those shoes. Of course he's the studio director.
He looks like really fucking young to be a studio director.
He's got drip for sure.
Yeah.
No, he's got that phenotype where like he's gonna look like that for like 20 years of his life.
Oh god, he's the Todd Howard. He's the new Todd Howard.
I forget what racial group in particular has this phenotype where like they stay young for so long. I know Asian women do that. I want to say like Portuguese, like actual mainland Portuguese people.
Yeah, so this is a wild part of the game. This trailer is going to be showing you the Immortals and myself confronting Sandrak directly, who is
like everybody who's
Puerto Rican.
on...
Yeah, Puerto Ricans stay young a long time.
Oh, that explains what's going on with me then.
Yeah, you were older than me, and like you look
I know.
like a kid.
It's wild. So let's take a look.
All right, let's take a look at some.
It's also because I don't grow facial hair.
Yeah. Someone called you a neckbeard earlier. I thought that was funny. Like, I think I shaved on the trip. And you had no facial hair.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to be like somebody who like I can get away with not shaving because I have like an actual jawline. I have friends who like they have to have facial hair, otherwise they just look like not good.
Visual quality depends on your system. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Please.
BioShock Infinite?
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's some real BioShock Infinite vibes here. Oh, gameplay. Real brave. Oh god damn it. Spartan Ops.
Show those. I was about to say, show those hinge heads who's boss.
I wrote a joke about Spartan Ops where I said Palmer really laments that you can't curb stomp elites because they have no lower jaw. No, Starfield's not going to be part of this. I'd be surprised if Starfield was part of this press conference because it's got like its own 30-minute thing in Microsoft's show on Sunday.
Yeah. I'm fading.
Doom, but with magic, is very charitable interpretation of what's going on here.
Well, I'm seeing health bars over enemies, so already not a good sign.
Boy, I love attacks that don't do damage.
Yeah, this is a lot of Flash.
There's like 6 indie games that are way better than this.
Yeah.
That you should go check out. I am looking away from the screen to go to my Steam wish list.
I want to be an immortal. I want to fight this war as one of
A medieval,
You're what's called a triarch. The Pentasod has gifted you with the ability.
Oh, most of them are on my wish list. But yeah, go play a medieval.
All 3 colors of magic.
Red juice, blue juice, green juice.
I just like how she dumps all these different, like, you know, proper nouns, and then it's just colors of magic.
Yeah.
3 colors of magic.
That's what Ziggurat did. Is it had like ammo types were split into like colors of magic based on like the spell type. So like there was a green spell type, it was like all necromancy spells or something.
Yeah. No, I mean I have no problem with like a color coded magic system, but like kind of weird to have your exposition literally call it that.
Yeah. Ziggurat is pretty fun for a roguelike. Sorry, chat. I was having beef jerky. What is this, Elden Ring?
No, it's Fortnite. We're up to Fortnite now. They are ending on Fortnite, man.
Yeah. Why are they showing so much Fortnite? Because that's one of the flagships of this press conference. So does Jeff
Epic
Keighley
paid
play?
a lot of money for this.
There's no way Jeff Keighley plays Fortnite.
No. Maybe his kids do.
Maybe, yeah.
Imagine his kids.
Hey,
But like when Todd Howard said that his kids play games and stuff, I genuinely was surprised.
I was
feel
surprised
like
he had children. For one. But hey, remember when Fortnite was a co-op zombie survival game where you would build like bases to survive?
Oh, it's Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This is not a surprise. I heard about this.
I see.
And most thought the conference would end with Kingdom Come 2. They're fucking delusional if they think Kingdom Come 2 is going to end the conference. Maybe at the PC gaming show.
Nah, PC Gamer doesn't have that clout.
To pull Kingdom Come?
Yeah.
That's a shame. Are they going to show us Half-Life Alyx mods again?
Yeah. Like, remember, that's what they bookended their show with.
I don't get it. Why did they... Was it literally a diversity quota that we have to fit a black woman somewhere into this trailer? So, like, let's have this irrelevant shot of a sniper rifle watching them jump out, and then it pans out and you see her. I don't play Fortnite, so I don't know who these characters are. But, like... That shot didn't have to be in the trailer other than they had some kind of quota to meet.
This game comes from a studio that surprised the world and redefined
Wait.
the RPG.
So they had 5...
Wait, what?
Characters and rich storytelling. I want to thank them for this trailer for one of gaming's most anticipated upcoming releases. The rumors were true.
I have no clue.
Oh, never mind. I thought we were actually going to see Kingdom Come 2.
Yeah, that would have been a big surprise. So,
okay, so the Fortnite thing was mercifully short.
This is Final Fantasy. Mr. President, a second Final Fantasy game has been shown.
Yeah, so what he was saying, like, an RPG that redefined the genre and with its storytelling and characters, and I was just like, oh, are they actually going to do Kingdom Come 2? No. Debated.
Yeah, like, it got my attention for half a second, and then...
Yeah. And they lost me again.
And you're asking me this?
I'm sorry, Final Fantasy fans.
They're like, it's basically just showing off, hey, look at these characters that you're going to masturbate to.
I'm sure it's good.
Once again, the Japanese stay winning.
I know the MMO is very degenerate and fun.
I thought for a second we were going to see Starfield for some reason. Actually, that's what I thought it was going to be too. I was like, man, if they bookend with like another Starfield trailer, that would actually be kind of wild.
Yeah. That would have been ballsy of like Bethesda and Microsoft too.
Your fingers okay, bro? So like this is what I do during these kinds of streams. My hand is on my face, which the tracking can't really do. It can't do an interaction of face and stuff. So you're just seeing like I've got my 2 fingers on my temple right now, just watching this. Yep. It's Final Fantasy.
That grass doesn't have shadows on it.
When is Yeek 2 getting announced?
I know. I'm waiting with bated breath.
I think the problem with this is that this is a remaster. So, like, don't we already know what happens? Like, Final Fantasy fans, chime up here.
Yeah, like,
You guys watching the Capcom
how many
event?
remakes are they making?
I
feel like...
I think they split it into 2 parts, is the deal.
Okay.
No, so literally the only thing I know about with the Capcom show is that there's supposed to be a Dragon's Dogma 2 thing, and that's kind of what I'm looking forward to.
Set on 2 discs? That's a weird thing to advertise.
Thank you so much. All right. That's going to do it for Summer Game Fest, our live show.
Really?
That is not the end of Summer Game Fest. Stay tuned.
Yeah, they're going to do... I don't really care about anything else they do today. I mean, Devolver Digital's doing a thing, but I don't care.
Yeah.
As well as the Xbox and Bethesda showcase on Sunday. Right now, though, stay tuned for...
Did he say when the Cyberpunk thing was going to be?
I didn't catch it if he did.
We'll see you this summer, later this summer on August 22nd for Gamescom opening night live in Germany, and again in December when we come together here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, this is him doing the YouTuber plug moment.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Oh my god,
Thanks,
I can't believe
Jeff
didn't shout me out for my super chats. Shaking my head.
This was really bad. This was not the worst press conference.
Yeah, no, this is... It's just... Listen, it's not Jeff's fault that the industry is in the gutter right now.
Yeah.
Like, as far as shows go, this was pretty competently put together. There's a little bit of awkwardness, but nothing, like, terrible.
I know I talked over him. Somebody who was actually listening, tell me when he said that the Cyberpunk thing was going to be.
Yeah, we're here to entertain, not
Shut
to
up.
inform.
Well, don't shut up. Tell me what I want to know.
Man, this is a banger, though. Let me tell you. I'm cranking this right now. I don't know. Don't take it away. I was listening to that.
As well as the Xbox and Bethesda showcase on...
Okay, so he didn't even say a date. Fuck you, chat.
So this is funny. Is YouTube reading chat right now? Because the thing that it's recommending me watch right now is Indigo's new video.
Indigo's new video is actually really good.
Diablo 3. Yeah, I got through...
The only thing that
I'm like
kind of
through it.
perked my eyebrow was the AI stuff.
Yeah, I was able to identify that immediately, but...
Well, it wasn't just identifying it. I'm kind of on the fence on using AI voices. I did it with the Oblivion video. I don't remember if I did it with the Skyrim video.
So my policy is... I want to use it, but I want it to be blatantly obvious and be like part of the joke. And that's about as far as I want to use it.
I like the way that you use it in the Skyrim video because it's that that OBVA like synth voice
like
that
super
sounds bad.
jank.
Yeah,
they just had a major update for that. I have to test it now. I'm really hoping that it's still super jank though, because I don't want it to sound I don't want it to sound good.
Yeah.
Because that would ruin the bit.
I feel like the way I want to use AI voices is
all
like
over the place right now.
The way I want to use AI voices is like fast punchlines.
Yeah.
I've always liked the policy of getting YouTubers to read quotes and stuff. I know why he did it though. Like Deckard Cain reading a passage from the research sounds cool, but I'm kind of on the fence on how I feel about it. I go back and forth on if I approve or not, but it's still a really good video.
Yeah, very well researched and stuff. I'm looking forward to the launch drama. So there's like so much stuff about like the lead up that I had no idea existed.
Mm-hmm.
But I was there for the launch drama.
What video are you talking about? We're talking about Indigo Gaming's Diablo video.
I think he left already too. We're plugging his he was here the whole stream, and now that we're plugging his thing.
And I know you've been wondering if we have any big news for you at this event.
Speaking of like awkward press conferences, but yeah.
Oh, I closed the thing out.
Well, no, I pulled up his video.
Oh. Oh yeah, the press conferences that he was showing, all the BlizzCon shit and everything. Yeah, those are pretty brutal.
AI voices are great if only for Dagoth Earthship posts. I kind of disagree. The funniest Dagoth Earthship post was like on the first day that 11 Labs was available, and then after that, I think like because the problem is that like people who aren't funny can make a video that like is of the same upfront quality as people who are funny, and so like there's a lot of unfunny Dagoth Earth voice memes that kind of polluting things.
The funniest one was the first one I saw. And then after that, it just like it was a degenerative thing.
Where like he's surprised that the Nereverine's an Argonian. No, I have lots of Argonian friends. It's just I didn't expect that you'd be a lizard. Because you were a Dunmer the last 8 fucking times, okay? Look, I'm really uncomfortable with this. Can we just fight? Yeah. I like that Dagoth knows about all the other incarnates. The Joe Rogan one is top tier. Some of the Joe Rogan ones. It depends on how much, like, Joe Rogan, the person who makes it, actually watches. And to get his mannerisms right. Because it's not just like the AI can simulate his voice, but you have to write what it is in a certain way because he I think he got clocked in the head a few too many times. So there's like a way that Joe Rogan kind of approaches conversations that makes him really distinct. But yeah, chat, that was Summer Games Fest.
Well, it was just the showcase. We still got so many more shows to go.
Yeah, on Sunday we're gonna be watching the Starfield one. Well, it's Microsoft Direct.
Microsoft and
come
Starfield.
on, what's Microsoft? What else is Microsoft gonna bring to the table? Forza.
Hello?
Forza.
Gosh.
It would be so funny. I'm praying for it. A Redfall apology.
Oh my God! Yes,
that would be
Mileage Mike. Mileage
so
Mike
hilarious.
just made another New York infrastructure video.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you've been watching a lot of him recently.
Been binge watching. Anybody in this chat right now who likes infrastructure discussions and road videos, you should go check out Mileage Mike. He's a smaller like 20,000-30,000 subscriber YouTuber right now. He makes some pretty good videos.
Well, we watched the Devolver show. Listen, Devolver has always been like a one punchline show that goes on for too long.
Yeah.
Oh, I love those. I watch City Nerd usually. I had to kind of stop watching him because he's a bit, I don't know, he lets his politics shine through too much. In the history of the press conference shows that we've watched, what are your thoughts on today's...
This one? I literally did not see a single thing that really interested me except like that Space Marines thing was probably the closest I got to being interested.
Yeah.
So pretty boring. But like I said, it's not his fault that the industry is on its ass right now.
Yeah. I mean, of course, we're not blaming Jeff. Jeff Keighley did the, did he do the best, Todd Howard interview about Skyrim? I think he did.
Yeah, I think so.
Because there was also the Adam Sessler one.
Oh, man. Oof.
Yeah.
I wonder what he's up to now that...
So, yeah, we've watched... I watched E3 2021. And then we did E3 2022 together.
Yeah.
The Xbox showcase. We did Developer Direct together too, didn't we?
Yeah, that one. That was an experience. What else is Microsoft going to show?
Yeah, you were there for that one.
I
think at that point you were showing up for all of my press conference streams just because it's good entertainment.
We need company while doing these sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
I did one solo. I think it was my first stream ever.
You gonna watch Lewis? You gonna watch Lewis Rossman build his killdozer, Pat? Would a killdozer work in New York?
What's a killdozer?
Oh, you don't know about the killdozer?
No.
The killdozer was this guy that got like really angry, and so he took a bulldozer and like covered it in bulletproof metal sheeting, the entire thing, and just drove around smashing businesses. And like they couldn't stop him because none of the vehicles were powerful enough to stop a bulldozer.
Oh yeah. That's a long time ago, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that's like ancient fucking YouTube video shit.
Killed nobody too. Yeah, that was kind of the defining thing, was like, yeah, it's just property damage.
Yeah, 2004, that sounds about right. Would that work in New York? No. You can't drive. Like, you wouldn't be able to, there'd be too many vehicles that you'd be hitting up against.
You wouldn't get away with not killing people.
Oh, definitely not.
But could you take down the New York bureaucracy with a killdozer?
They'd probably send out drones to take you out in this day and age.
The part where the Yakuza becomes like a dragon? I don't know, I never played the game. Yeah, I guess that was another one that people liked. Yeah, honestly, kind of an unmemorable press conference.
Yeah, like I said, there was literally nothing there that excited me.
Too many
and
interviews.
judging by the crowd, there wasn't much to excite them either, honestly.
Yeah, the crowd was strange. I don't know what all they were there for.
Yeah, I don't know where they came from. Like how do you get access to be like a audience member in that show? Because it didn't look like a big theater, so they must have been very selective, right?
It was the YouTube theater.
Yeah,
that's a place, by the way. When was the last E3 that got you excited for games? Okay, the E3s in general don't get me excited for games, but they do usually have at least like one or two things that are kind of interesting.
Yeah. I would have to go back to the records and see. It'd been a while.
We have to officially document what all our takes are so that we never contradict ourselves. Hang on, let me consult the wiki of takes that I have.
I've contradicted myself in my own videos.
Yeah.
Like,
really don't care.
Because the first, it took like 3 months to write a script, so by the end I'm like, do I really believe that still?
Path of Exile 2?
I mean, I never played Path of Exile 1, so I can't really get excited about it.
By new team, so I think it's by a new team. Could be wrong. I like video games, but they're also complete trash. No, like, you need to divorce the idea that video games and the AAA space are the same thing.
Yeah.
So the name of the game for the AAA space is just getting investors on board.
It's like Hollywood. That's why that Twisted Metal thing exists.
Oh yeah, that was a highlight of the show.
God damn.
The Twisted Metal rape scene.
I might sound like a boomer if I'm saying this, but how does something like that get approved?
Oh,
like,
and
who's watching that?
The awkward Henry Cavill video. But yeah, no, you shouldn't be excited about anything that AAA is doing. Let them surprise you if they make something good.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was mostly for fun. The more useful stuff's going to be on Sunday when we watch the Starfield thing. They're supposed to be bringing a big thing.
Pat, why don't you cover more games that you like?
Time issue mostly. Listen, No Man's Sky, Fallout 76, and Outer Worlds were all games that I wanted to play because of Starfield. So, that kind of ate a lot of the time budget. Like Fallout 76, I did a public post on my Patreon, so you don't have to subscribe to read it, but I did like a retrospective on the Fallout 76 project. Fallout 76 was a project that, because of the nature of the game, just kept growing and growing. And it ate a lot of time that I actually did want to dedicate to covering other games. So, like, I have videos, like, at different points I've worked on projects that would be about things that I like that I had to put aside because I was, you know, I said I was going to make a Fallout 76 video. And I said I was going to do an Outer Worlds video. I said that, like, in the start of 2021, I think. Or maybe 2022, but yeah. So, like, it's just an issue of, like, time budget to produce stuff being eaten up by these stupid monster projects. And the issue was that I gave Fallout 76 too many chances. If I had just said, if I had just given the game a second chance, let it disappoint me, stopped there and made a video, I think that that would have been more productive when it came to talking about games that I like.
Yeah.
But it's because I played the game for 150 hours. It's literally the second longest playthrough for a video game on this channel. It's only beaten by Skyrim.
Fallout 76 was one of the least profitable productions I've done. Like, in terms of production and everything, how long it took to make. That was a game that I should have spent maybe 200 hours working on, not 500. That's not even counting the trip.
Why even cover Starfield? I actually think Starfield is going to be a very fun project. Like, the game's not going to be very good.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting just to talk about because of all the games that we've already talked about. You know, it's a new Bethesda game.
Does it look like Outer Worlds is going to be another monster project? No. No, I've already got I'm actually like, so I've got the audio recorded for Outer Worlds. And I think I'm like 80 minutes of video already done. Not done, but like 80 minutes of footage that constitutes the video. So like Outer Worlds is like it's not going to take another 6 months to make an Outer Worlds video. It's been a hard project too, but for different reasons. Editing an Outer Worlds video is a nightmare because you could say this about other games that I've done, but Outer Worlds footage is like 90% just a talking head on the screen. And that is a nightmare to edit around. Trying to make it seem more interesting. Like,
yeah,
I'm going to have to insert into the intro. Please forgive me if you see combat footage being played over parts where it could be a character talking. Like, the character talking could be more relevant to what I'm discussing, but the footage would just be people talking for like at least 2 hours if I don't do this.
Yeah, I remember when I was rendering out my Mass Effect videos, I was like, why is this rendering so quickly? And then I realized just how much footage was me standing there talking to NPCs.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, all that matters to me really is that I have fun making the videos.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't care if like the next 6 videos I make are me trashing on AAA games. I don't give a shit. If the project's fun, the project's fun.
Yeah, Fallout 76 was probably the most fun project I've ever worked on.
A super fun project. Miserable game, but we had fun because we played it together. The game sucked. It was like clocking into a job playing Fallout 76. Because we had like a set time that we would meet every day at like 5 p.m. 2 hours before dailies reset. And we had like this routine that we had to do, and then like, you know, oh, the routine's over, time to get into the content. It's fucking Brotherhood of Steel. Yeah, so like playing Fallout 76 felt like a job, but it was just fun enough, and it was fun to do together. And then the project was really fun. It was a fun game to write about. The West Virginia trip was like really cool.
I mean, like, that's the problem. The problem with Fallout 76 is that it's always going to have that the benefit of we did that trip. So it's like, it's going to be really hard for a project to really top that.
Yeah, the West Virginia trip, I think, justified that project. Even though I didn't talk about the trip a whole lot in my video, because I would have had to rewrite stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe 76 sucked because everyone good was working on Starfield. I don't think that's true. And the reason I don't think that's true is because we have leaks of what state Starfield was in 2018. So the year that the year that 76 came out, we got a leak of like what the build was at, and it was like the game didn't exist. There were assets for the game, and some of it was written, but the game wasn't even like playable alpha state at that point. So like the common meme that they've been making Starfield since Fallout 4, it's not fucking true.
Yeah, maybe
don't let the memory hold the fact that they did work on 76.
Did Bethesda hire any competent writers yet? Well, we know ML's writing the Raiders for that.
The Raider faction.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no.
Did Starfield waste years of development like Andromeda? No. Like, they started the project after Fallout 76, so it's been 5 years that it's been in development. And it's supposedly, like, this massive game that has, like, I think, 4 times the number of lines. 16 times the detail. But yeah, so we'll be doing that Sunday. I guess we'll get out of here. I don't know how long we've been streaming, but...
according to my clock, 3 hours
3.5
and 40
hours.
minutes. Yeah.
So, let's get out of here. Thanks for everybody who tuned in. And we'll see you guys later.
On Sunday, be there.
Be there,
bring,
be square.
Bring fresh underwear.
Yeah, make sure to pack fresh underwear because, I don't know, they said to.